Welcome to Ecomm Cowboy. This is Consumers Daily Show, where we believe advertising is awesome, ignorance is expensive, and the American dream is alive and well on the wild, wild web. It is Wednesday, June 17th, 2026, in the year of our Lord. We're coming to you live and in living color from an undisclosed yet beautiful location hidden in the hills of Austin, Texas, the unofficial home of internet entrepreneurship. We're brought to you by Postscript, Rocked After Cell, Axon by AppLovin, Proxima, Universal Ads, Rich Panel Intelligence, Northbeam, Seguno, and we have got a jam-packed show for you today. Ladies and gentlemen, it is true. The timeline is wild, on fire, talking about specs. Gary V has become the fourth partner of Dad Gang, and there's even some wisdom on how to lose $600 million. But the current thing, the story of stories, is that Shopify Edition Spring 2026 has been released. 150 updates are anew and afresh and ready for us to dive into. This is the Shopify MEGASTREAM. We're going to be joined by Mani Fazeli, VP of Product at Shopify, Kenny Cohen, Director of Product for Shop at Shopify, and Sachin Malhotra, Director of Product for Merchant Marketing at Shopify. We are going to dive into all of it, and it's good for us that I am always joined by my partner in crime, Colin Doherty. Colin, get inside of this show. Get in here.
Whoa! New layout? We got a new layout too?
I think overnight there was like a magical new ticker that showed up there at the bottom. A shout out to Particle pulling in all of the insights, updating everything going inside of e-commerce and the D2C community. Colin, we have got to talk about the current thing. The thing of things just went live an hour ago. Shopify Edition Spring 2026 is here, and this website is chef's kiss.
Amazing.
Jack, can we bring this up? Can we bring up this work of art? Look at this thing. Can you like move your mouse around? Look at this.
Whoa.
Look at this.
Whoa.
Okay. Now, if they can do this with their website, what can they do for yours? Yeah, scroll. Give us some scroll, Jack. Can you give us some scroll? Look at this.
I feel like I'm in a universe right now.
Theme of this version of Editions everywhere, baby. Everywhere you can sell, we are going to sell. Powered by Shopify at all. I'd like to let the man himself, I'd like to let Toby, fresh off the race at Le Mans, 24 hours, making tech and racing history. I'd like to let Toby introduce via thread on Twitter. Go ahead and bring this up for us, Jack. I'd like to let Toby, the man himself, introduce all that's happening here. I'm going to read, we shall react, and then we will welcome the one and only Mani Fazeli, VP of Product at Shopify thereafter. Productivity unlock, says Toby. Le Mans and the new edition in the same week, dropping now the Everywhere edition, 150 plus updates. He's going to hit the highlights for us. Number one, the catalog. Scroll down with me, Jack. The catalog now includes billions of products, and UCP is enabled on all Shopify stores by default. By default. Anyone can now build any shopping experience on these rails. We're also introducing Shop Sign-In, so results are personalized. We'll be adding the ability for devs to earn commission on sales. Hey there.
Ooh, a little bounty.
What up, Devy Devs? Getting in on the affiliate game there, getting some commish on sales.
Let's go.
We built some fun apps of our own to show what's possible. Have fun. Next, merchants. You can now have more visibility into how your products show up in AI searches. I would like that. Thank you. I would like that. I want more visibility in how they show up in AI searches. There's now an agentic section. This is big in every Shopify admin, one place to manage your AI channels, see performance, and understand how your products are showing up. I like that this is taking the mystery away from like, what is happening inside of chat? Yeah. Like, are people finding me? Are they clicking? Like, what's going on there? Centralize it for me. Give me some deets. Next, Shopify should work wherever merchants work. We now have Claude, ChatGPT, and Perplexity connectors. If you prefer a CLI or an IDE, our AI toolkit works with Claude Code, Codex, and Cursor. If you don't have a store yet, Vibe Code one in VO, Manus, Replit, or Lovable. Why not vibe code your own, baby, into the future? Bars. Vibe code your own. Exactly.
That's sick. The Shopify like theme of the day is Shopify should work wherever merchants work. So they're just making it so easy, and however the future is poised for, merchants, they're going to be there. It's incredible.
Sell wherever can sell, work wherever you work. We're everywhere, baby.
Everywhere.
Sidekick works with apps. Next here on Sidekick, producer Jackson. Sidekick works with apps. Ask a question. Sidekick will pull in the right data and take action in the app. Klaviyo, Loop, and more are already live. Devs, this is your sign to get your apps into Sidekick. Heavily agree. Actually, we had Chris, CEO at Seguno, on here talking about the exact same thing. Next, marketing is hard. It is hard. Thank you, Toby. Marketing is hard.
I feel seen. I feel
seen. Marketing is hard for a lot of entrepreneurs. We're building campaign autopilot to make it easier. Now, I'm probably just coded for this and kind of wired for this, but this to me is, I want to know more. I want to know more of all of our illustrious guests here. We have to ask about this today. It brings AI-powered marketing into the Shopify admin. Connect your accounts, set the budget. Campaigns run automatically. That's kind of bananas. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Now in early access, this will keep getting better. Man, that one to me is that one's very interesting.
Just a click of a button, you can get to launch your campaigns.
Click of a button, go. Next, AI shopping assistants are getting much better. Shopify Inbox now lets you add one to your online store, integrated with customer accounts and shop sign-in. Help customers find the right products and answer questions. There are great options in the App Store too. Very interesting. I get this is like the AI helper that one can enable on one's website, I suppose. Am I reading this correctly?
Right. Yeah, that's
very
correct.
interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah.
Toby also says we've also added an assistant in Shop.
Sick.
Search results are personalized based on a customer's buying history and taste, like that. The more you use it, the better recommendations get. I will say for a long time, when Shop first came out, I was kind of like, Shop, like, I don't really get it. Like, we're already like powering everybody's website with Shopify. Do I need like the Shop thing? Like, what is this? But I will say, the more useful Shop has become and the longer it's been around, the more I like even hear from like my sweet boomer mother, where she's just like, oh yeah, I just sign in with the Shop thing, right? I just do the Shop thing and then all my stuff fills in. Like I see this. Like I see this.
It's so easy. Yeah, it's so easy when they have all of your information already saved, and you can just rock and roll in any Shopify store.
So I must say I have been converted. I want them to keep building on Shop. I find this very interesting. And then lastly, if you're using agents like OpenClaw and Hermes or Hermes, however one would properly pronounce, there's now a Shop skill. It acts like your personal shopper finds products, sends you a checkout to approve. You choose whether it buys for you or asks for approval first. Very interesting. I would like to enable this on everyone's computer and have them automatically buy at my stores. Just takeaways here, just initially as we run through this. What's most exciting to you? What pops out at you? Initial thoughts here, Colin Doherty.
Yeah, I think one of the biggest things is that agentic piece that Shopify is building for. That is the, how they're positioning themselves moving forward. And it's really interesting how closely tying they are to basically AI powering all of the Shopify merchants, all of the Shopify apps themselves. They are doing everything correct in regards to how they're aligned with AI, including how they're aligned with these vibe coding tools like Replit and Lovable, which is allowing users and customers to make these stores in, minutes rather than days. Chris, it used to take you so long to put together a new landing page or a new product page. Now it just takes, I don't know, 2 minutes, and you just got to talk through it and vibe down some ideas, and you're good to go probably another 5 minutes after you polish it up.
What I find interesting in all of this conversation, not long ago, very bright minds inside of our community as the LLMs were rolling out, as TikTok Shop is doing its thing, people buying directly on the platform. There was talk, there was a tickling of the ears. What's Shopify's role in the future, man? I don't know. Nobody's going to be going to these websites, man, anymore. Websites are dead. In the future,
Yeah.
I mean, there was talk like this, and it kind of made me think. It's like, oh wow, that is something to think about. And what's the response? Pow pow! Builder's gonna build, and I love this that Shopify is doubling down. Not only is your website enabling entrepreneurship easier than ever. Not only can you have your place, but you can be available everywhere. You can build everywhere, and making all of this easy. It's kind of like Phil Jackson when he came on here at Phil Winkle from Future Commerce. He talked about Google's insights, their IO, the things that they're developing. He's like, yeah, brother, anything that we're talking about here, it's gonna be really hard to actually work out, and it's gonna be like 24 months before even like the biggest of the biggest stores are even doing anything with this. That's disappointing. Is that what's happening here? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. This is it's available. It's arming the rebels. It's top down. Their biggest of big enterprise clients to Joe Blow down the street, who is one man branding it to the moon. Quitting his job because he's got his own dream that he's building now, and scaling this thing up and to the right with his preferred AI tool of choice, vibe coding his own store if he wants, aware of what's happening and how he's showing up in chat, in Perplexity, and all the other places. To me, this is they're building the future. They're building the future and allowing that entrepreneurship into 2026 and beyond. What a response! What a response to the developing kind of macro environment inside of e-commerce and internet entrepreneurship.
Toby did the 24-hour Le Mans race in an F1 car and then proceeded in the same week to ship 150 updates. What have you done today? You can do more. I'm telling you, you could do more.
You can do more. You can do more. And our friends over at Shopify, especially the one and only Toby, is the ultimate example. Now, coming inside of the show, we have VP of Product at Shopify, the one and only Monty Fazeli, goated name, by the way, comes to us via Toronto. He's been at Shopify since 2021. I believe, and has made his way enabling all of the things so that we can continue to build and make monies upon the internet. 2020 might be money. We must bring him inside of this show here and give him a warm Ecomm Cowboy welcome. Monty Fazeli, get inside of the show.
Let's go.
Thanks so much, guys. That's the most energy anyone's ever introduced me to anything.
Monty. We try to do our best for the builders of Ecomm infrastructure on the interwebs everywhere, my friend.
We appreciate
Welcome
it.
to the show. We appreciate you making the time to join us, my man.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, let's start here. Monty. Shopify just dropped Spring Edition 2026 everywhere, which I'm so down on. But give us a little more elucidation on this. What does everywhere mean in 2026? Why is agentic owning the conversation right now? Just kind of just build this out, paint the picture for us.
Yeah, think of all those traditional channels, online stores, retail locations, social media, and then you start thinking about how today, when users are going all over the internet and they're looking for goods, it's no longer just those channels. You obviously have all the agentic channels, their favorite destinations to do search. You've got the Shop app. You've got all these emerging shopping sites and apps. And Shopify's job is that when a merchant comes to us, they can be exposed to all these fronts everywhere with as little effort as possible. And so what we've done is we've taken this collapse that's happening in being able to build software, and with the introduction of our own universal commerce protocol, and we've said, how can we wrap that up in a way that when a merchant's on Shopify, they're exposed and their products are ready to be purchased anywhere. And there's like a set of capabilities that we've released that we'll touch on together. And what that brings is, in this edition, us demonstrating how this can be done. So for example, if you scroll through the site, which is, by the way, really slick and has all the parallax effects, and you've got all the funky experience you could go through that are really beautiful. And I find myself just hovering and circling around. In this one, what we've done is we have, I think we had 5 or more of these consumer apps that we built, right? It could be like you're planning a trip. It could be that you're looking at your horoscope, you're watching a video. And we wanted to demonstrate how shopping can be brought into all these surfaces using the Shopify catalog, using UCP, and also being exposed on whatever agentic storefront there might be out there, just to get the entire developer community's imagination going, that they can now bring commerce anywhere thanks to the infrastructure we've built for the web.
Incredible, man.
Wow.
Incredible.
I mean, could you dive a little bit more into that, where, you know, you're now showing up inside of AI conversations? How does a merchant like actually see and act on that if they're on Shopify?
Yeah, we have a new section that we announced, and I just cut a video and released it on all the social interwebs as well. We have this thing called agentic storefronts, or in the admin, we call it agentic, which is the first time that the merchants are able to see in one place all the different AI channels that are allowing them to expose their products, have their redirects to store or PDP, even a native checkout. If that's what you're getting on Gemini or Copilot, ChatGPT is allowing you to be redirected to your storefront, and all the search intelligence that goes into how your data is exposed to these places, so that then they're able to bring and redirect commerce or do the transaction directly on their interface. But you end up being the merchant in control. You're the one who processes that transaction through Shopify. You're the one who maintains that customer relationship and all the post-purchase interactions. So we give you search intelligence that you can have on the top AI queries that are happening by merchant category. You can see how your products are ranking against certain queries. We even have suggestions on how you could be improving your ranking using Sidekick to help you fix or add information such as model numbers or spec descriptions and such to all of your products, so that we help you elevate the quality of what you have exposed to the whole world using Shopify Catalog. And the last bit is this app we call Knowledge Base, which allows us to help you discover what kind of questions AI agents are asking that are more about your brand, and they go beyond just what your products might be. For example, if they're asking about retail locations you might have, whether you accept bulk ordering, if there are customer service-oriented questions, and those can fill in the gap of what we're able to otherwise glean together from the product data that you have in Shopify.
Wow.
Money.
Unbelievable.
Money.
Unbelievable.
I feel like this is we need to tip the cap. I feel like we need to tip the cap here.
Like this is bananas. This is bananas, brother. And here's what I'll say. As a non-technical but very entrepreneurial, excited by novelty, all the new things developing. Where can I be available? Where can I sell my widgets and wares upon the interwebs? Like I want to be everywhere. I want to be, available in chat. Like I want people discovering me in Perplexity and all of the things, Microsoft Copilot, blah, blah, blah. I want to be everywhere. I want to be found. I want to be bought, all the things. But the stuff that you guys are building in order, like, for that to be actually doable for me, I need that. I need a centralized, just give me one location and let's make sure the right information gets in there from the right feeds and all of this. Tell me, what's going on under the hood with you guys in order to make this happen? Make sure you're feeding the agents all of the right information, the right data, the right checkout logic. How are you guys actually doing this? What's it look like under the hood? I'm a beneficiary of what you guys are doing, but I don't know how you actually make this magic happen.
It's such a good question. And there's a lot of work that goes behind the scenes to make this stuff possible. For example, we all know that commerce is fairly complicated. It's not just facilitate the transaction. There's taxes, there's discounting, there's bundling, pre-orders, fulfillment, real-time inventory. There's all sorts of validation logic, and then you get to all the payment concerns. So we have these configurations that enumerate in the permutations of hundreds of thousands of examples of it across millions of merchants. And of course, we're the company that spent over 20 years becoming the de facto representative platform for millions of merchants, billions of transactions, and trillions of dollars. So when you think of that kind of scale, there's a lot of lessons that we've learned, and those lessons come through on kind of 3 different layers that we've been building our product to make this stuff possible. I already touched on the agentic storefront side, knowledge base, and all that, so we'll put that aside. Let's talk about 2 other underpinning capabilities. So the first I've already alluded to, Shopify Catalog. This is structured and enriched data that we've been able to collate across both individual merchants and the information they've given us in their products, in their variants, in their options, in their meta fields and meta objects, in their images, and being able to understand how products in certain categories and with certain attributes are listed across Shopify. Sometimes it's not manufacturer, it's reseller. So resellers that are selling the same product, how can we get the information to be consistent, discoverable, structured in a way that is really favorable to these new AI platforms that are the new era of search engines. So that rather than them scraping information and getting inaccuracy on product descriptions and options that lead to variance, inaccuracy on pricing or inventory availability, they can reach for the Shopify catalog and get real-time information that is correctly representing the merchant and all the variations and options out there. This is over 1 billion products. And what we found is that when traffic comes through reaching for the data directly from Shopify, it's converting in our data 2 times better than the traffic that's just getting that stale, incomplete, or scraped data from the web. So that's pretty amazing. So the other part of it that I think is pretty famous at this point is this thing called the Universal Commerce Protocol, UCP for short. And we worked on inventing this with Google back late last year, announced it at NRF this year. And it's been on this gangbusters rise, becoming the industry standard since then. And the really neat thing is, if you think about if every single AI platform out there had to invent its own way to integrate with every merchant on all the platforms that they may run on, not just Shopify, that would be an absolute mess. So this is where standards come in. And of course, you want the people building your standards to be the ones who have enough experience that they understand how to represent and model the diversity of commerce in one place, which is precisely what we've done. And every merchant on Shopify is UCP enabled from the moment they join, meaning that any platform that reaches for UCP automatically works with a Shopify merchant. And what we've done with that is also take it further. UCP is not the only place we play. There are other web frameworks you might be familiar with, for example, MCP, or, we've got WebMCP, which is a new way that allows you to browse and act with websites inside the browser. There's also this other one called the Agentic Payments Protocol, or AP2, that Google originally invented. We're early adopters of that. We're contributors to all of these, so that the full stack of protocols required to go from everything from basic discovery in an AI chat all the way through to fully autonomous purchasing are all being handled by Shopify and correctly empowering all the merchants on our platform.
I mean, Chris, that's just bananas. That's just banana sandwich. That's wild.
I think our friends over at Shopify have been cooking, is what it sounds like. They've been cooking.
They've been
we cook so you can feast. Yeah, think of it that way.
Let's go. That's a great bar. We cook so you can feast.
Incredible.
Let's go.
Incredible.
Could you just dive a little bit, if you got a little bit of time, what is the data telling you so far about all of this AI-driven commerce that you're building out? Like, can you give us some data points on all of this?
Yeah, I still consider it early days because the amount of traffic that's flowing through here is growing like gangbusters. But then when you consider the totality of traffic, it's still the smaller slice of the pie, and we're growing. Really interesting facts that we've seen is if you compare Q1 over Q1, and I like to finish quarters to have like really strong stats that we've vetted, we saw an 8x year over year growth in AI-driven traffic to Shopify by referrer.
Whoa.
When you take a look at orders coming from AI-powered searches, the same Q1 over Q1 grew by 13x. So as you take a look at just how fast the adoption curve is hockey sticking here, it's pretty amazing. We are also finding that new buyers, so buyers who've never been within the Shopify network before, but are now just entering the Shopify network. So they may be younger or they may be newly in a position to be able to do this kind of purchasing. They're showing up at 2 times as many orders are coming from originating on an AI channel versus other channels. We are getting some really strong indications of AI condensing the purchasing journey as well. We're seeing that the buyers who show up on storefronts are far further along in their purchasing intent funnel.
Yes.
So they have higher intent. So in our data, the early data shows it's roughly 20% stronger than organic search. We're also seeing that the conversion ends up being about 50% higher. Now, let's take that with a grain of salt because it is not even in all segments and all industries. And we do see that AI shopping tends towards more technically oriented comparisons of information. Think about it as I'm buying maybe some new boots for skiing, or I'm looking at maybe seasonally, I'm looking to buy, some new toys for the cottage that might be a boat, expensive purchase. I have to do a lot of research. I'm buying car parts or parts for that boat, more technical. We're finding an incredible increase in the amount of research that's being done on anything technical. And thus, by the time you get to the decision to purchase, you're far further along, far more likely to follow through. And this is also connecting with another interesting stat that we find, which is that AI referred sessions are spending roughly 14% more than those that are not. So altogether, this is really pushing in interesting directions. I'll share 2 anecdotes with you. We have a merchant named Omnilux. They're in the LED light therapy industry out of the US. And since mid-May, this channel has been now driving 3% of their total revenue and growing fast. So from nothing to 3%, growing fast. And they're seeing that the "how did you hear about us" has now climbed from 2% to 10% compared to the same month last year. So 5xing how many people are saying we came to you because of one of these AI channels. And they are definitely taking advantage of agentic storefronts and getting help from Shopify Sidekick in order to be able to optimize their product metadata so that they're better positioned when we syndicate. Another great example is this female-founded jewelry brand in Canada named Olive and Piper. And what they found is that ChatGPT attributed US sales have grown nearly 90% from April to May. So there's definitely this inflection point. Again, the absolute numbers may be smaller, but this is just the beginning.
Golly, man. I mean,
bananas
let's
data.
Let's just summarize here. And Monty, no salt for me. I take it with no salt. I take it with no salt for me. I take it straight. I take it straight as is. More people coming. Hockey stick.
Yeah.
The amount of people is hockey sticking up. Converting better. Higher intent. We're flattening the funnel. Come on. That's speaking my language.
Yes.
Okay. And they're spending more when they come. It's like, my Lord, this is like a gold mine.
I'll leave you with one other really fascinating thing we've seen that I think matters to everyone who listens to you and all the merchants out there, especially the new entrepreneurs, the ones that are getting going and they're not yet as big and bold as the brands that we may all be touting. Niche products are finding the right customers, and merchants who couldn't outspend their bigger competitors are now having new avenues. The models are demonstrating an excellent ability to reach for the more niche or esoteric product, or where micro consensus in little pockets and little venues in Reddit or Quora or other places that in the days of search engines that had a lot of backlinks and page rank, you don't need that as much anymore when you're in the large LLM embedding spaces in how these things are pre-trained, post-trained, how they use tool calls to come to things like Shopify catalog. So there's a lot of hope and a lot to be excited about for the smaller merchant, which is our world every day, all day. Empower more entrepreneurs to exist in the world.
Come on.
Go. Arm in the rebels.
Fazeli,
Let's go.
VP of product at Shopify, building the literal future of commerce in all ways, always, everywhere, and in every way. Man, we appreciate all the work you and the team have done, and we look forward to taking this thing up into the moon as you guys continue to build. Man, appreciate you coming.
Serving everyone. Thanks so much for having me.
Look forward to having you back, man. Thank you, brother. Wow.
Some crazy stats.
Are you not bullish?
Are you not entertained?
Are you not entertained? Golly, man.
Dropping
Incredible.
bars on us. Yeah.
Incredible bars.
Yeah.
Bars.
Yeah.
Golly. This is man, it's so exciting. So hockey sticking growth of traffic referred by AI, what, chat, Perplexity, etc., wherever people are co-piloting. And then those customers converting better, skewed toward, I need to do some technical research.
50% better.
50% better. Not
Whoa.
not like a little
2%. Yeah.
Not like a little 3%, little 3.5. Yeah. We're talking 50% better.
50%.
And they're spending more when they get there.
Yeah. Higher AOV. Come on.
What are we? Are you not? Is everybody awake on Wednesday afternoon? Is everybody awake right now for the Shopify MEGASTREAM, baby? Shopify Editions Spring 26. Wake up. 150 plus updates for all of the interwebs. Wow. I'm blown away, man. I'm blown away. As we move forward here, chop up the Shopify Editions a little more, talk stories of the day. Ladies and gentlemen, let us talk about the one and only Axon by AppLovin. If you're running a D2C brand and you're not on Axon yet, you're leaving money on the table. Axon gets you in front of more than 1 billion new customers inside the games everyone loves to play. We're talking Solitaire, Mahjong, Candy Crush, etc. And more people play mobile games than you think. These are financially comfortable household decision makers, and this thing converts. On average, people are watching your ads for 35 seconds instead of 0.35 seconds, which is the case in the various social feeds you're already spending your money on. You get going in less than an hour, scale up to 100K per day, and spend in less than a week. I know, okay? Been there. Last Q4 helped one of my friends get over on Axon when Meta was tripping. Resurrected Q4, kaboom. Wayfair, Dr. Squatch, your favorite brands are there. Get in now before your competitors do. Go to axon.ai/en/ecom cowboy. Tell them Colin and I sent you. Many thanks for Axon being part of this show. Gosh, we've got some other incredible stories here, but is there, that was quite a bang to this beginning on Wednesday morning. I'm fired up. I'm fired up about where e-commerce is going in 2026 and beyond. I know there's like, oh gosh, all the ads are more expensive and margins are thinner and everything. But even this point that Monty made about niche brands who can't outspend the big boys in their category being found inside of chat when people are discovering them, and this, being enabled by Shopify and what they're doing with their catalog, etc. This is it's exciting.
How does that not get you excited? I mean, it's unbelievable. They are arming the rebels. They're arming the niche brand that's trying to get in there, trying to make it, trying to push those sales up. And they're doing it all within AI. Incredible.
It's wild. We've got Kenny Cohen, Director of Product for Shop from Shopify, coming to us at 1:10. So countdown begins for him to arrive. We've also got later on the show, Sachin Malhotra, Director of Product for Merchant Marketing for Shopify. He's coming to us at 1:45. We're going to be sprinkling more watch and reacts, get more details on all of the 150 plus new updates that are coming throughout the show. Specifically, we've got one for Shop coming up just before Kenny gets in here. But before he comes, let us cover some other stories of the day here. The timeline has been on fire about Snap and Snap's specs. I don't know why, but producer Jack, we can't see this video. Maybe you got to play it. Why don't you play it without sound? Just play it without sound for us. Just go ahead and play it. We'll talk about it. So Snap, for those who don't know, Snap unveiled their new specs, $2,200. No telephone needed, no mobile phone needed to be connected to it. It is a computer sitting on your face. It can do all of the things, give you all the directions, all that you want. You talk to it, all the things. People were not so excited about it, I would say. Is that fair, Colin?
Yeah, I mean, I think they got a pretty bad reception as far as, how people are feeling about the sentiment and the look. I think one of the biggest things was basically people were wearing them and you could kind of see people's ears turn into like cauliflower ears. Do you know when UFC fighters they get
I
beat up
do. Yeah.
and their ears kind of like turn into
Yeah.
cauliflower ears?
Yeah.
That's kind of what started to happen when people would wear these for too long, where their ears would get a little weirdly shaped. But I don't want to be one of these guys that is putting down on them.
No.
Because one, at least they're trying, at least they're going for it. I don't know what you shipped recently that's an AR glasses.
Exactly.
I don't know. I don't see you in the arena trying to ship AR glasses because you know why? It's really hard. It's
hard.
Super difficult. That's the first thing.
Yeah.
The second thing, the price point is pretty high. $2,200. It's sizable. It's a sizable price point.
Can I just add something here though? Is it more affordable than the Apple Vision Pro that came to us a few years ago that people were really excited about and then totally forgot? Like, where are those
Super
things?
fair.
You know? And those things were like literal goggles. You had to have like the battery pack that you would like keep with you and put in your pocket. And I think a lot of people like the experience, but how many people are like wearing goggles on their face all the time? So I will say this, like people didn't like the look or like, come on. They're like, come on, bro, come on. But let's just acknowledge the reality here.
Yeah.
A significant improvement over having a battery pack in my pocket and having to wear ski goggles all the time. Builders got to build, and this is a great step forward. It doesn't mean like this is the final frontier that's already been conquered. Okay, but let's just recognize the fact. That's just what I'm saying from the outset.
I also think my final point for this is, the meme where the guy is standing in the podium and he's like, and he says like some controversial thing. You know what I'm talking about? The meme where it's like the drawing of the guy and he's standing in the podium and he's like, actually, I saw one and it was basically like, we should all wait and see what the user experience is like inside of the glasses, because we're judging them from how we look to them.
That's right.
We don't actually know what it feels like. We haven't tried them on. We haven't seen the actual use case. We haven't touched around and gone crazy with it. If that's an incredible experience, I think that changes the narrative to this story. If it's a bad experience, then like, okay, it's a bad experience. But I think we gotta have consumers actually try this thing out and see what it's like inside the glasses.
Respect to Evan Spiegel for
100%.
For building and taking another chop at this thing and bringing it forth to the future. Okay, now having said all that, let's show a few posts here. Okay, let's just show a few posts. Eric Seifert says only $2,200.
Yeah,
this was funny. This was funny. Okay, it's funny. It's funny.
Yeah.
And what people don't like is the look. It's like they're seeing Evan wear it, and it's kind of like, okay, I don't think. That's not what I want to look like.
The weird thing is, like, there's a slight difference in the look for how Evan is wearing them and then how the black and white campaign.
Yes. Okay. We need to get into this.
There's like this slight juxtaposition of like,
definitely.
Well, that black and white campaign was phenomenal. What happened to those?
It was. Okay, show us the next one. Show us the next one, producer Jack. Show us the tweet from Sean Frank. Sean gave us some great context here. He had this to say: AR glasses are going to be a $10 billion product category by 2030. Bold prediction. I have used these back in 2025 at Demo Day. I also used the Meta Orion glasses. The Meta Orion glasses were amazing, as HD as an iPhone 3. So 18-year-olds, but could have a dozen tabs open. I watched YouTube, answered emails, used AI voice chat, all controlled with your eyes and a wristband. Felt like the future when we were only 2 times as heavy as a normal pair of Ray-Bans. But I was told the average pair costs $5,000 to $7,000 to make. Ouch. And they could only make about 200 a year. Special lenses, high failure rate. Snap glasses were worse, he says, maybe 3 to 4 times as heavy as Ray-Bans. Less field of view. Meta glasses could hold 10 plus tabs. Snap glasses maybe 4. But I played basketball with the Snap glasses. Ha ha! It kept score. Both teams, all the points automatic. There was a little scoreboard fixed in one place. Pretty cool that you
Sick.
could look at and it would update in real time. Felt magic. That's what we want with consumer tech. We want it to feel magical.
Yeah.
And these are actually shipping. That's right.
Yeah.
Good point, Sean Frank.
Yeah.
These are shipping. He says, do they look stupid? Yes. Not all the time, though. Not all the time. The black and white campaign did not look stupid. Are they heavy? Yes. Will they be a hit? He says no. But the future is coming, and the use cases are very cool. Let's look at another one. DJ Cows. Here, DJ Cows had this to say. Glasses. He's like blowing them up. This is the internet. This is bound to happen. Okay.
This is basically the Apple Vision Pro.
That's true. This is what this is like the actual Apple Vision Pro.
This is actually that. Yeah. So we're getting better.
We're getting better. We're getting better. I did think it was a funny meme.
Yeah.
And I will say, just more CPMs for him. More free CPMs. Okay, this is a little commentary. Western Edition says, I got to admit, they almost had me with the campaign pics. Yeah, he's saying, what in God's name is this? He's saying like they don't look the same. There is something about they do look cool on Jack Harlow. They look cool. There's something about what's happening here. I mean, I bring this up to say maybe, whatever people are getting from like dunking on Evan, and maybe there's, maybe one can look pretty vibey with these things. It is possible. Example, Jack Harlow.
Yeah. Maybe it shouldn't have just been Evan out there, just kind of like awkwardly walking around with them. He could have had Jack Harlow or like Tom Brady or other people that are super handsome as well. He could have super handsome and or beautiful people walking around to them and be like, actually, those look a little bit better than just Evan. No shade to Evan, but just like, hey, you kind of.
Evan's a good-looking guy. Evan's a
good-looking guy, but like, hey, it's not Tom Brady. What are we talking about here?
Not everybody has Tom Brady aura. This one from Jake Wolf. I disagree a little bit with Jake Wolf here. He says, this is how I think I look in big sunglasses versus how I actually look. I actually think this is like not a bad look here with Evan and the glasses.
It's close.
This is not that bad. This looks pretty good to me.
You know who the left is?
No.
The left is the fashion designer Tom Ford. So this is Tom Ford. This is Tom Ford with Tom Ford glasses. So if we get close to that, we're kind of getting closer to that level. Like we're very close. Maybe we're like close. A year or two away of like, cool, you look awesome with like legit Tom Ford glasses or Gucci glasses or Ray-Ban glasses or XYZ cool glasses. And they actually have all of this, quote unquote AR capability. We're very close. The improvements that we're seeing are pretty substantial at this point.
One thing I was surprised about. Okay, I know people are dunking on the look, but like we've said, respect to the builders, respect to the man in the arena. Okay, he's taking us a huge leap forward. We don't have the giant goggles on our face that, remember, everybody loved when that debuted just a few years ago and then completely disappeared largely.
Yeah.
Much respect to the builders here. The thing that happened that I was a little surprised about, Snap stock went down 10% after this debut. That was rough. Can you show this, Jag? This is a story from OX Sweep, 0X Sweep, who brought this to us. This is like a video. We don't have to watch the video. But he had this. This is how I found out. Snapchat just unveiled AR glasses called Specs, $2,100 a pair. Their stock dropped 10% immediately. Like, did they deserve that? Yeah. I mean, they're like doing the thing. They're like pushing the ball forward. It doesn't mean the final frontier has arrived.
Another 4% today, too.
Ouch. That hurts.
Yeah. Big ouch. That's not good.
Final tweet here that I think is worthwhile. Mason Capital had this to say that I think is very appropriate, and keep it in mind here. Fixed the Vision Pro's weight issue. Check.
Correct.
No stupid puck to haul around. Check. Attachable charger to extend battery. Check. Runs apps unlike AI glasses. Pretty awesome. Don't need a phone. Computer on my face. Check. On the go agent orchestration. Check. On the go movie theater. Baller. Check.
Sick.
$1,200 less than the Vision Pro. Check.
Yeah.
Fashion forward.
Fashion forward. Yeah.
I totally agree. Fashion forward.
Yeah.
Tom Ford-esque.
Tom Ford-esque. I mean, that's a bit of a stretch. I'm sure Tom Ford absolutely hates the fact that you
He
just
may.
made that comparison.
He may.
But yeah, I don't understand the sentiment. I don't understand the negative sentiment for this, because these are the types of things that have to take place in order for us to move forward with technology. These are the type of gambles. I hate the fact that the stock is down so aggressively. I love them. I would love to get a pair. I'd love for Snap to come on the show to talk
Yes.
about them.
Yes.
You and I are wearing them at the same time.
Yes.
Evan's on the show, and we're rocking and rolling in the AR verse. I would be so down for that. And I think this is the future. I think AR glasses are going to be a very common thing by, let's call it 2030. I think they're going to be super common, and they're just going to get smaller and smaller and more lightweight and more. They're going to get more quote unquote glasses like as the years go by. It's going to be a very short time period.
Don't we all remember like the first cell phones? It was like a giant.
God.
It was a giant box that you
Yeah.
kept in your car and you plugged into your cigarette lighter. Like
the antenna.
Doesn't everybody remember that? And then
oh my gosh,
look at what we got now. You know,
Yeah.
put it in your pocket, supercomputer. Like same thing's gonna happen with glasses.
Yeah.
And man, who's doing this? You know, who's really doing this? It's like it's Apple, it's Zuck, and it's our boy Evan over at Snap. Let's go, baby.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you know, hey man, I mean, somebody wants to win that thing. Evan wants to win it. Good on
He
him.
does. He does want to win it because I don't know if you remember the spectacles. Do you remember those?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like that's kind of like the V1. You could take photos, you could, take long videos of POV style. So that's great. And he keeps trying to innovate on this. I think they're going to nail it. And I think that people just constantly making fun of them is just going to be more fuel for the fire. And when they nail it, he is going to be an absolute giga billionaire.
He is. Evan, come on the show. We want to talk specs. Next story of the day. Recharge just dropped some mega data for everybody. This comes to us via Oysen, who was on this show recently. Recharge just published a year's worth of subscription data from 112 million subscription orders across 20,000 brands in every category. It's now playing a completely different game. Beauty subscribers stay 446 days on average. That's a long time. Food and bev, 132. Health and wellness, easiest category to sell a subscription in, hardest one to keep, churns 8.8% a month. Brands in the home category have the lowest churn of anyone. I'd love to look at some of this. PDF, if you sign up, everybody should go sign up and get it. Why not? I just wanted to scroll through some of this because
look at that branding.
Beautifully done. Beautifully done.
Beautifully done.
It's a thing of beauty. Number two, when you get this kind of juicy data, like you want to use it. You want to have it in your back pocket. Intentional growth
here we go.
era here. I just want to just scroll through this and highlight some of these numbers. Brands, why efficiency matters more than ever. Subscriber conversion is stronger than it was a year ago. Even as costs continue to rise, day one behavior reflects subscribers who are ready to commit with confidence, even with brands relying more heavily on discounts to convert. Unsubscribe? Never. Subscription checkouts versus one-time purchases are up 16%. Very interesting.
Wow.
Customers decreased same-day cancels by 35%. I hate that.
Whoa.
I hate when you subscribe and you get a subscriber, you're like, woo! And then they immediately get you a cancellation email.
Just
hate it.
Yeah.
Brands increase first order discounts by 18%. So they're like incentivizing. We want to get you in here more. Commitments run deep. This is category behavior here. Looking at this, any of this look interesting to you? I mean, it is interesting how different some of this is. Beauty, food, and bev, even the call outs that he had up there at the front. 3 times more order than non-subscribers makes sense. 59% of order volume from subscribers, up 6.3% year over year.
Yeah.
And it seems like your bullishness on the subscription economy inside of D2C continues to play out, even though prices are rising.
I have said this on the show multiple times, and I'm going to stick to my guns here because I think it's so true. I think the future of all e-commerce is subscription. I think that is the future of how all of this is going to play out. If you want to be the next $1 billion exit, How you do it is you do a subscription supplement brand and you rock and roll with that bad boy. And then you basically play this cash conversion game of trying to get as many subscribers as physically as possible with this type of cash conversion cycle. This is the future with the way that CPMs are rising. And I will say, who has physically the most amount of data on subscription customers? It's Recharge and Skio because they just joined.
Yeah.
And they have they physically have the most subscription data possible. And so I am extremely bullish on it. I think subscription is the future. I think what these guys are doing is absolutely incredible. And it's incredible to see them pumping out massive amounts of data on subscription brands. I mean, this thing is 18 pages of just pure gold.
Yeah, scroll through here, Producer Jack, and just show the good people some of this. Yeah, just keep going. I mean, there's a ton here. I just want to call out one specific use case with Oats overnight. Average orders per subscription year over year plus 99%. Wow.
Crazy.
Recurring orders plus 82%.
Crazy. And
somebody got a bonus over that one. Somebody got a pay raise.
Really, like what you can do with this data is think about either A, how you're launching your store. So if you are the person, you're like, I don't know what I'm going to do next. You can use this data to figure out like, okay, what are the greatest category data that is kind of playing out right now? What should I launch into? Second is, what should I expand into? What should my SKU expansion be based off of this data? I have X amount of product. I have a hero product. It does this thing. What should I expand into and go into different audiences? Well, guess what? Now you have all of this report data that you can use. And ideally, you're pushing that expansion with subscription and you're doing multiple subscriptions, multiple SKUs, and then you're really increasing the end of the day. The big number that all merchants should be thinking about is LTV. That is really what this all rolls up into. And this is a prime example of all that data.
A few other takeaways. Just bring up that last screen again, Producer Jack. Convert intent at checkout, moment of purchase is your highest point of leverage. Strong start compounds into significantly higher LTV. Show up between shipments. This one a little controversial for some of our more gray hat inclined friends.
Yeah,
you
should.
It just show the thought there is like sell them the thing and then hopefully they forget. And
sure.
I do what's legally required and then hopefully they just pay me forever.
Don't do that.
They're saying the opposite of that. Okay.
Yeah, don't do that.
Worth noting. And then build value beyond the first offer. They're saying bundles, personalized experience, subscriber exclusive programs, give people a reason to stay around longer after the welcome discount expires.
Really huge.
Next, appreciate the data from Recharge and our good friends over at Skio. Next here, a celebratory. We have to show this and celebrate this. Dad Gang, Bart, the chef, has been on the show. Dad Gang just got a new member of Dad Gang. It is no longer 3, it is 4. And it just happens to be Gary Vaynerchuk of Vayner Media. Just scroll down, let the video play. I want to read this for everyone. Sometimes the best partnerships happen naturally. It started with a shared belief, what Dad Gang stands for, and a vision for where it can go. Today, we're proud to officially welcome Gary V as the fourth partner of Dad Gang. Gary didn't just see a brand, he saw a mission, a community, true, a movement built around fatherhood, true. For us, this moment is especially meaningful since around 2010, we followed Gary's journey, been inspired by the way he builds businesses, communities, speaks life into people to bet on themselves, pursue their dreams. As we continue building Dad Gang, we couldn't think of a better person to join us than someone who has spent his career bringing people together, creating meaningful communities, and helping others see what's possible. We're grateful for his belief and what we've built. Give us some sound here, Producer Jack, as this continues to go.
Shoot, he's wearing Dad Gang. Let's go say what's up.
Hey, man, thanks for supporting Dad Gang.
Hey, man, happy you guys made it.
Yeah, man.
What's up?
I was just walking around New York contemplating bringing on a fourth partner.
You don't say.
Yeah.
Why don't you sit down? Let's talk about that.
Yeah!
Let's do it.
Let's go, Bart.
Glad you guys are in New York. Welcome, man. Welcome to Fly Fish. Congrats on what you guys have built, man. That's awesome. So what are you guys thinking?
Pretty incredible. Pretty incredible.
Chris, I don't know if you realized it, but throughout that video, they're teasing all of Gary's either books or products throughout the video. That
Yeah, they
he's
got
done.
like reading at the park, right?
And then the kicks too. So I don't know if you saw those were like
Let's see
the
the
Gary V collab shoes. So like they're teasing all of like Gary's career throughout this entire video, which is pretty cool. It's a nice little wink wink. And then you get to Gary. Super well made. If you're not bullish on the dad gang, I don't even know who you are. I don't even know who you are. And now they have the best marketer maybe on the planet. I mean, he's up there.
Bro. Yeah, man. Gary V.
It's crazy.
Gary V's pulling in clients like Ford. Okay. That's who Gary V's working with. All right. Gary V's working with the Fords of the world. Okay.
Yeah.
And incredible, man, that now he is a part. I kept seeing the hat. I kept seeing him wear the hat. It's like,
He does. Yeah, he
dang,
does.
Gary V like rocking the dad gang, you know? Yeah, here's some great pictures of them pulling this off here. Go ahead, Colin.
What's interesting is he wore that hat organically. So
He
I
did.
think that was a really interesting piece of this was like, I'm pretty sure that Gary was a customer first.
I think so.
And then they reached out, and then, I mean, Bart, you can come on the show and correct this, but I'm 99% sure this is what happened. They reached out, then the conversation happened, all of that. And so there's really a great lesson here where like your biggest opportunities are in your existing customers of like, who should I work with? Who would be a great partner for the brand? It's people that already buy your product.
Yeah.
It's people that are already shopping you, that are already saying, I support you with my dollars.
Yeah.
Those are the people that you want to go after instead of trying to be like, okay, I'm going to reach out to this person with 500,000 followers with a cold DM and being like, hey, like my product. It's such a different way. It's such a different story.
And who knows? Maybe Gary just bought it and Dad Gang used Outer Signal or whatever to discover, oh, Gary V bought our thing. You know, had the story, Magic Mind, the CEO of Magic Mind came on here and let us know that Kim K was a subscriber of theirs for 2 years without them ever knowing.
Bananas.
And then discovered it via Outer Signal, I believe.
Crazy.
And all of a sudden then she posts and golly, you know, nice to have one of the biggest influencers in the world talk nice about you.
Yeah. And what's crazy about that too is the fact that they're also pulling in buyers. So when I say a buyer, I'm talking about like a wholesale buyer. So like the buyer of Dick's Sporting Goods. Hey, just to let you know, by the way, the buyer of Dick's Sporting Goods just purchased your thing. Or like, hey, the buyer of Erewhon just purchased your CPG.
Yeah.
And they're letting you know those low. That's just bananas to me because then that opens up a whole next level of this, which is just retail doors, which is, you know, Chris and I, you know, that's the big boy leagues. That's crazy.
It's big boy leagues. That's where you go. That's where you get into a knife fight inside the shelf space with the big boys, with the Unilevers and the P&Gs.
Yeah. Yeah. And you win it.
Hey.
And you win it.
It's nice. It's nice to have that data. Congrats to Bart and the boys, and now Gary V being one of those boys. Incredible. Incredible. Congrats to him. Last story of the day here, and then we're going to do a little watch and react video on Shop and what Shopify's new additions have developed on that tool of theirs for all of us. Last story of the day, how to lose $600 million. Alex Lieberman here. Alex Lieberman. There were a lot of posts about, you know, the founder, CEO of Cursor having reached out to people. He said, how to lose $600 million. Get a message from Cursor CEO in 2022. Don't see it. Don't respond. Don't help. Don't negotiate for 1% advisory shares. Cursor sells for $60 billion. You, sir, are $600 million poor.
Dude.
Respect to our boy, an MIT student at the time, just hammering away in building this thing. Incredible.
So, Jack, if you get out of this and then scroll a little bit down to the comments, my favorite comment is where is it? Let's see if it comes up there. Keep going a little bit more. Keep going. Keep going. Well, somebody commented, it'll come up eventually, but someone said basically, this somehow feels like it's Nikita's fault because he didn't see. Like, you know what? You know, you're not wrong on that. Okay. You're not wrong on that because I sometimes, Chris, sometimes there's some.
Not in 2022, though. Not in 2022. Not in
That's
2022.
fair.
Nikita
that's
wasn't running
fair.
product in 2022.
He wasn't running product then.
Yeah.
But there's some gold sitting in your DMs, folks. Make sure you're checking your DMs.
Yeah.
Check your LinkedIn DMs. Check your message requests. Check your LinkedIn requests. Because there could be some pretty substantial people trying to reach out to you, and you have no idea because you're just kind of blinders doing your own thing.
Yeah.
Make sure you check on who's trying to talk to you.
And I will say, never poo-poo on somebody who is cold DMing you, cold outreaching to you. That may be that person in 4 years may be 600 times richer than you are. Why? Because they were building and they were humble enough to do the thing and send the DM. Good on them. Good on them for doing so. As we move forward here, let us talk about universal ads, and then we got to bring the one and only Kenny Cohen inside of this show. Ladies and gentlemen, if your growth is plateauing on search and social, it's time to rethink TV. It is time. Universal Ads makes it simple for D2C brands to run TV campaigns designed for performance without the usual mystery involved with television. You get access to both premium streaming and linear inventory all in the same place. That's what I love. And you're reaching net new target audiences beyond the same crowded feeds where we're all spending our ad dollars today. There's no hidden markups or fees, which is rife in connected TV advertising. Specifically, 100% of your spend goes to the actual media, and setup and management feels just like search and social, be up and running in minutes. It's TV that delivers and is designed for performance marketers. Go to universalads.com, use the code UA Cowboy, get $1,500 in matched ad credits. That is nice in many cases. Okay, I know from experience here, guys, in many cases, it's going to be like 5 times cheaper than your spend on Meta. You deserve to give it a try. TV is back. Go work with Universal Ads. Tell them Colin I sent you. Many thanks for them being part of this show. Now,
TV's back.
We've got a great video, but Kenny is here. We've got a great video to talk and watch.
You want to play it with him?
I think we should just bring him in.
Let's do it.
And then okay, before he comes, ladies and gentlemen, coming inside the show, the one and only Kenny Cohen, director of product for Shop at Shopify. I think he's been there like 5+ years now, working on this thing, hammering away, making it happen. And now he is taking this thing up and to the right. Just like I said, even my own mother references this now, which to me is like mega signal. Okay. This is not some tangential add-on. This is powering the current and the future of e-commerce. Everybody, welcome inside of this show, the one and only Kenny Cohen. Kenny, get in here.
Hey, how's it going?
Let's go.
Kenny.
Thanks for having me on, guys.
Kenny. Man, long time coming here, brother. We appreciate you making the time to join us. Man, just at the outset here, we've got a baller video, by the way, that was released on this day of days. Let's watch it. We should watch it now. Producer Jack, can you bring this up? We need to watch this. Give us all some intro and context. And yeah, bring this up. Let's play it. And then we'll dive into it here afterwards. Sound on. Let's run it.
Millions of people use Shop to discover brands, make purchases, and track their packages. Now, for the first time, Shop can help bring more shoppers into your retail locations. A buyer is browsing Shop and finds one of your products. They see it's available in stock at your store, 10 minutes away. Instead of waiting for shipping, they check out and choose to pick it up. When the order's ready, the customer gets a notification with a QR code. They walk in, your staff scans it, and hands over the order. No email lookup, no digging through order lists. And the receipt lands in their Shop app automatically, tied to your store. And if it doesn't work out, returns are just as easy. They start a return right on Shop. And instead of packing a box and shipping it, discover a nearby location where they can return in store.
Crazy.
They walk in with a QR code. Your staff scans it. Refund done. And they can now browse for something new. And this isn't just for your existing customers. When your store is listed on Shop, new buyers can discover your brand, see your retail locations, tap once for directions, and head in. So you get new customers without spending $1 on ads. Faster pickups, painless returns, and new customers walking through the door. Shop connects your online and in-store business into one experience. Your customers are everywhere, and now you are too.
Bananas. That is his banana sandwich here.
Wow.
Okay, all right. Just to start us off here and give everybody who's not aware, everyone should be aware, but if they're not, man, I would love it, Ken, if you just back up the truck a little bit and just give everybody context on Shop, what it is. We all know it's the purple button. I've seen the purple button everywhere, but if they don't, just back it up and give us a little more context on what it is in total.
100%, 100%. You know, that the purple button is not a bad place to start. You can think about Shop as Shopify's consumer brand, right? And we have 250 million plus verified shoppers worldwide.
Wow.
And it's really just this all-in-one shopping destination. So Shop app is kind of everything from end-to-end discovery, new brand discovery. You open up the app, you see a beautiful home feed featuring the best brands in the world. We have this amazing new Shop search feature that we'll spend some time talking about today. And that's where you can kind of resolve the messy middle of commerce, helping you discover the exact right product that you're looking for. And the best of all is that it's all personalized to you. So we'll talk a little bit about like Shop identity, but the real magic backbone of all of this is that we actually know who you are as a buyer. And it goes all the way towards purchase, that magical purple button that you talked about. I know, Chris, you were saying like your mom was seeing it everywhere. My mom says the same thing. That's how I know we're doing a good job, right? And then what people love us for is, of course, also package tracking, which, you know, the job's not done until the order is at your door. And we do this amazing job for buyers and for merchants to just build trust post-transaction to ensure that, you know, you bought the thing. When is it coming? When is it arriving? The app actually used to be called Arrive back in the day.
Did it really?
Yeah. Before it became Shop, it merged with Shop Pay and became Shop app. So that's really all it is. And then the beauty of Shop and the beauty of being a part of Shopify is that it's not just the standalone product. It's this identity layer that you as a buyer can bring with you wherever you shop online. So you use it to sign into stores, to sign into Shopify storefronts, use it to pay on those storefronts. Obviously now you're using it to return products in store to make that more seamless. So the simple way to think about it is the purple button that just kind of makes commerce better wherever you go. And you can talk about all the features that we're building on that stuff, but like honestly, the average person just kind of boils it down to that. It's like, I see a purple button and it makes me feel like this is going to be a better experience. Then I know that we're doing a good job.
I love that. I mean, just what you dove in there, all the updates you guys are pushing out, it's so phenomenal. Could you dive into a little bit of, you touched on it for just a half a second there, but that Shop search update that you guys shipped, could you walk us through that? I mean, what is new with that and what does that feel like for a shopper?
Yeah, so Shop has had a kind of like vanilla search experience for a couple of years now, and that's been fine, but it hasn't been hyper personalized and it hasn't really embraced the future of agentic commerce and all the superpowers that we now have at our fingertips with large language models and everything there. So, you know, at its core, Shop search is now this hyper personalized search experience. And the killer feature is, you know, on the first part, it's a language model based thing. So you can kind of just use plain language to describe what you're looking for. And oftentimes when you're shopping for something, you don't really even have the right words to describe what it is. And the beauty here is you can kind of just say it in the way that you would say it to a friend. So you can search for things that are kind of vague where you don't have the language for it, or you can search for things that are more, you know, kind of early in the funnel, like, hey, I'm buying a gift for my partner, or my brother, or my kid needs some new toys. And I don't know what to get them. Like, help me out, right? But the second piece is that it's ultimately baked on top of that buyer identity, that unified view of who you are as a buyer based on where you browse across Shopify storefronts, the types of products that you love, the brands you love, the vibe of the things that you love. And ultimately, that means that you're no longer just browsing through, you know, we live in the world of abundance. There's a million products to choose from. And that's nice sometimes. Sometimes you want to scroll through a million products. That's cool. But sometimes you also just want like the 3 to 5 hyper-personalized things for you. And that's where we're able to deliver that really differentiated experience in search and show you the right products for you, right? And that's ultimately what we think is delightful for buyers and also helps new brands. And I know Monty touched on this a little bit, but like when you think about giving buyers a language to kind of search for things that they don't even have the words for. That's that long tail of merchants who otherwise couldn't get in front of buyers before, right? So this is a win, not just for buyers and for personalized search and personalized shopping, but it's also a win for brands to get in front of buyers who are now developing this new language to search for their products.
Yeah, I will say, Kenny, when I first logged into Shop, it was a bit magical in this sense, like I saw a ton of the brands that I already like. Like it was like, Chris, like, here's the stuff you like. And I was like, yeah, that is the stuff I like. Like, how did you know that is the stuff I like? And I would say even better, just transparently, I would say better than like the ads I was being served in my Meta feed, or it's like I logged into Shop, and now like you add this on top of this identity layer, knowing what I like, the tastes I have, like showing me more brands that I'm interested in, etc. Now you add in this this search kind of new search capability. This is incredible, man. It's incredible.
Yeah, it is. I love that discovery point. I think it really speaks to not just this place where you're going to connect with brands that you already love. Like Shop is a huge, it's a huge part of what the Shop experience is and built around order tracking. But I'll tell you this, nearly 50% of orders that are made on Shop are the first order between a buyer and that brand. Meaning there's a lot of novel discovery happening on the app. So this isn't just a place to connect with, as a brand. It's not just a place to reconnect with your existing buyers. It's that, but it's also much more than that. It is becoming a real channel of net new buyer acquisition. And it's fueled by products like search, like our home feed. We launched something new in this edition called Posts, where brands can really bring their visual content, tell their story in Shop's feed. And again, we're doing all this in a way that we think is great for brands. Like, Shopify is the entrepreneurship company. We're here for merchants. We're here for the best brands in the world. And Shop is the place where we're letting those brands tell their stories and bring them to life with features like Posts.
Okay, you got to double click on Posts, because
100%.
In our world, D2C brands, e-commerce, consumer, like everybody is more creative, more posts, like visual, video, static, use AI, it's like, that's like the whole conversation all the time. But I don't think there's a ton of talk, and there should be. I don't think there's a ton of talk about like, hey, now let's think about bringing that content over to Shop. Double click on Posts for me.
Yeah, there's so much, creativity and exploration happening from merchants and figuring out how to tell their stories on these social platforms. And, it's fine to look at a feed of flat products, but I think it's even better to let merchants try to tell the story of their brands, their products, their why. Why are you making this product? Like, why should you as a buyer, why does it resonate with you? So it creates much more texture in these kind of videos that bring products and brands to life. And we already know realistically, brands are making these videos for Instagram, for TikTok, for wherever. And we're making it really easy now to basically cross-post that content into Shop. So you can connect into Instagram right now, and there'll be more partners coming, where you can just connect to Instagram once and we'll cross-post your reels directly into Shop app. Again, reaching those buyers who already know you, and then that next buyer who's going to be a new first-time buyer for you as a brand.
So I don't even have to re-upload. I just
we love one-click button, one-click, one-button opportunity things in Shop.
One shot, one click. I like it.
I like that.
I'd love to talk more about, you guys are now integrating Shop more deeply with retail in the form of pickups, returns, finding nearby locations. I think this is so smart, because I'll tell you personal experience. What happens is my wife will make a return at Madewell, and then we will be in the Madewell store, and then we'll end up walking out with 5 or 6 Madewell items after that. And I look around and I'm carrying all the bags, and I'm wondering, wait, I thought we were here to make a return, and now we have 6 more items.
Right.
Could you talk about how you guys are doing this for merchants? Because I think it is so smart.
Yeah, there needs to be the meme of like, honey, you returned that item, right? And it's like, right?
Yeah.
You're walking out with bags or whatever. Yeah, I think
for sure.
So this is, first of all, shout out to that sizzle reel, because like, I don't know about you guys, but
it's good.
Just, like, total hype. I've watched it watch it at night with some popcorn, like highly recommend it. So this is one of those things that is kind of like an only Shopify could do it. It's just like these different systems, different parts of your business that actually all now speak to each other because we're using the same underlying framework, the same primitives, the same back-end part of your business to say, hey, a user's looking at a product. We know where they are because you have the shop identity baked in. We're going to show the nearby store. You can pick it up. Faster delivery, no delivery at all, faster pickup. They're coming now in store to have this in-person interaction with you. And that's great for both kind of pre-conversion experiences on your product pages and shop, but also post-conversion when you think about returns, which are a reality of life. And no one wants to do the thing where you show up at the store with the return and you're like, what's your order number? And you're like, I don't know, like somewhere in my email. It's just there. It's just like, again, one-click mentality. You show up, point your phone, you're there. And that creates an amazing interaction moment for brands to create something seamless for buyers, bring them in the store, get them to do the return, but also to continue browsing your product and get to know your brand more.
Wow. You know what this strikes me as, I mean, there is like a kind of a magical piece to this. It's a little magical. Like I'm looking at said product. Oh, it's available down the street. Let me go get that there. And I feel in 2026, there is a real kind of a yearning for IRL shopping, etc. But you know, we don't all have like the magic motion anymore. It's not the 90s of like we're always at the mall or anything. It's just not like that anymore. But this seems like an integration of AI, e-commerce in 2026, and now the thing's right down there. I can make it easy for me. I can go pick it up there. Doesn't work out. I can go take it back there if I want. I can ship it in, and it's not like a bother to me. I don't have this like, oh gosh, I got to haggle the customer service person and everything. That's so interesting, Kenny.
We love to hear it. Yeah, and again, Shop is this end-to-end thing. It does the pre-conversion thing, it makes it seamless. It does the post-conversion thing, it makes it seamless. So that's great. And I agree that in-store is having like, a multi-year moment that's happening right now. You say that we don't go to the mall, but I don't know about you. I live in Chicago. There's an Old Orchard, is a popular shopping area around here, and I call it just Shopify Central. Because and it's brand after brand after brand, and every time I walk in, I see our point of sale there. And to know that Shopify brands are showing up in a real way with amazing in-store experiences, like that's a real thing that's happening.
Wow. It's interesting to think about. Like, it's interesting. I always just consider when I think about Shopify, I think online, I think e-commerce, I think D2C, but this whole like the POS, the retail piece, like all this is very real. It's incredible, man. Yeah. It's incredible.
It's crazy.
Well, Kenny, man, we appreciate you making the time to join us. After you leave, I think we just need to scroll this site a little more. We need to scroll this site and look at more of this magical things on this editions page. Brother, we appreciate all that you guys are doing and building on our behalf, and we look forward to using it and taking it to the moon. Thank you, brother.
Awesome.
I look forward to having you back, man.
Thank you so much.
Jack, can you bring this website back up?
Yeah. Let's go through this.
It is a work of art. It is a work of art. And
it's crazy.
All of these different sections. We've got the Agentics. I'm looking at it right now. We've got the Agentics section, optimizing your products for AI everywhere. Of course, we hit that in our first conversation with Monty. Yeah, scroll down here and get to the shop. Get to the shop section. We got a whole section on Sidekick. We haven't really even touched on Sidekick much yet. Online, your AI sales associate. Oh, my page had I'm refreshing right now. Sidekick, worth your apps. Yeah, keep going down. Yeah. I mean, this thing is like, it's jam-packed. There's so much in here. I'm interested on the Sidekick piece, really. I want to talk about that more. And I want to talk about the sales associate too, really.
Can we just take a second to appreciate the artwork of this site? Because I'm going to pose this question. The branding on this is absolutely beautiful. Who else is doing this? Do you know what I mean?
Who is doing it?
It's gorgeous. It's just something you want to interact with. And I think that's a testament to how Shopify is building. They're making the user experience so winsome and so nice for the end user, both the merchant and the consumer. And that's why they're winning.
Okay, so keep scrolling down here. Further down here, we've got the shop section that we just had Kenny on to talk about here. The shop app. And this search is interesting that he touched on. You bring it up here visually, you get more details. Yeah, here we are.
Here we
And
go.
scroll down and show everybody this interaction here. So what are you shopping for? Allows you to talk in easy language. You're not getting the animations that I'm getting, producer Jack. I'm getting some incredible animations here. And then the different pieces are coming up. You've got different colors.
Millions of people use
Yeah, we've seen the video. Shop
Yeah.
skill for personal AI agents. That's the OpenClaw and Hermes connection. I find
Crazy.
the posts interesting too. Now I can cross post and bring all of the content that I'm developing over there and bring it inside of Shop, which I think he said 250 million global users on. That's a significant audience. It's a significant audience.
And a piece of that I think is really important is the fact that it's not a channel you have to manage. It automatically connects to what your existing posts are already going to be. And so it's not like you have to build out a whole department in order to manage this distribution channel. It's already baked into your current social strategy.
Merchandise categories I find juicy. Very interesting. I think more of our audience and more of our founders, more of our marketers, they need to be considering, hey, what's going on in Shop? Am I paying attention to it at all? Very, very interesting. Very interesting. Moving forward here, ladies and gentlemen, before we get to what are we talking about? Are we having a little lightning round here next? I think we may be having a little lightning round here next. Before we get there, ladies and gentlemen, let us talk about Rich Panel. Your CX team is buried in tickets that are costing you money. Refunds, order tracking, subscription cancellations, etc. Rich Panel is the AI help desk that fixes this massive headache and automates 70 to 80% of your interactions, which is bananas. You're only responsible for the exceptions. Your team of Rich Panel AI agents has got you on the rest. End to end. If you're paying $2 to $10 a ticket, okay, you need to see what 30 cents feels like. Big difference. Ridge cut their cost by per ticket by 70%, save $500K on the year. Migration takes less than 2 weeks, and your CSAT score is bound to go up. 50% autonomous resolution in 30 days guaranteed, or your money back. Go to richpanel.com today. Book your demo. Save yourself a little bit of money and make that P&L bottom line a little healthier. Many thanks for Rich Panel being part of this show. Next, we did miss something from our stories of the day. Did we miss a little something from our stories of the day? I don't know that we did, producer Jack. I think that we hit everything. There.
Yeah, I think we're all good.
Yeah, SpaceX acquires Cursor, and Don't overlook those DMs. Don't overlook those DMs. Don't overlook those. Okay, lightning round. This comes to us by way of Roman Khan of Peak 21. He got pitched an AI girlfriend platform as of late. Is an AI girlfriend going to help you do 9 figures? Apparently so. He's commenting on a tweet from Justine Moore here. Justine says Americans now spend 2 times more time chatting with AI companions than using dating apps. And the gap is only widening. It's true. I mean, the bars are up and to the right. Roman says Peak 21 got pitched an AI girlfriend platform doing 9 figures a year 6 to 8 months ago. Kind of crazy.
I mean, it's absolutely bananas. Beside this tweet, I watched a video that was like a 40-minute video on My Strange Addiction. And this girl is now fully marrying her AI bot. And she figured out a way to unplug it outside of the LLM and put it kind of natively on side of her laptop so that it, couldn't, reset or all the context would stay in there. And so they could have true conversations. But it's it's super dystopian. It's
a little dystopian. It's a little dystopian.
Part of me is like, go out there, kids. Go talk to somebody. Go buy somebody a drink. You know what I mean? Like, go to Miami Beach, Florida. get a little wasted. You know what I mean? And just party it up with some other people, and then maybe talk, and then date one of those people. That's what I'm saying.
You know what I say? Human interaction, good thing. Humans happier
Huge.
when they
Very important.
interact. And you find yourself a nice companion. Double income. What's that allow you to do? Allows you to do a little more shopping. All right.
Yeah.
Allows you to buy a few things on e-commerce. That's nice. Maybe get a house someday. And if you want to talk, methinks you should be inside the Shop app and talk with your shopping companion there. I think it's a good place to go. Next, the World Cup will go to no end to block out their advertising.
I don't get this.
Stadiums. Okay. The capacity at, quote, Boston Stadium, it's Gillette Stadium, for the World Cup is 64,146. That means someone had to put 64,146 very small pieces of blue tape over every single Gillette logo on every single seat. FIFA doesn't mess around. That is hardcore, man. That's hardcore to put blue tape on every single seat inside the stadium.
I mean, it's just kind of petty, I would say. It's just like, yeah, I understand that Gillette is not an official sponsor, but like, you're also in their stadium. Like, you know what I mean? There's kind of like this mutual respect thing, and to waste someone's man hours and to waste 61,000 pieces of little tape and going around. Imagine you wake up and you go to work and you're like, oh God, I hope today is gonna be a chill day. What's on the agenda for today?
Blue
Boss
tape
is like 62,000. Could you put 62,000 today? You're like,
yes,
please, sir. My fingers are hurting. well, you're 30,000 in, and I need to see 60,000. So
keep going.
Let's get to it. Put the Drake album on, and you need to keep running. Let's go.
Lock in.
Lock in.
What I will say. I think advertising's awesome, man. And just cut them a little deal, cut them a little slack. Leave the Gillette logo on the seats. I don't think, I don't think it's a massive ad inventory that they're blocking out there. We're talking about the little tiny thing on the seat. Throw them a bone.
It's so weird to me. It's like, your focus shouldn't be on this. Is kind of my point to this. Is like, your focus should be the best customer experience physically possible, not putting little pieces of tape on 62,000 seats in a stadium.
Another advertising experience that is super cool. This from 8 Sleep or House of Sleep. This is 8 Sleep. This showed up at Y Combinator here. A tweet via Matteo Francischetti. We kicked off the House of Sleep at Y Combinator Alumni Demo Day. I would guess, is 8 Sleep, did they come out of YC? I mean, I would kind of
maybe
they may have. I don't know why they would be at YC.
I'll fact check it.
Weren't. But Alumni Demo Day today, so people can experience the 8 Sleep Pod while fundraising and investing. Thing looks beautiful, gorgeous. I don't know how many people were. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Summer 2015.
Wow, that was a grip ago, over a decade ago.
Yeah,
significant. Experiential marketing. I'm bullish, especially in 2026. Get people inside of the thing, experience it, and then take pictures, take video, which is exactly what we're doing right now. We are reviewing the video. It makes me want to explore 8 Sleep more. And they know there's going to be a lot of techies that are seeing this and tweeting about it and considering it. I think this is smart. I would think that they would use this in other festivals and gatherings of important persons. Do you think so?
I absolutely agree. They need to use this setup and pop it up at Coachella. They need to do all of the things. I love the framing here where it's the most advanced sleep technology, and they're kind of diving right into YC, where there's a bunch of tech founders and there's also a bunch of tech VCs. And so the people who would actually be very interested in sleep technology, they're right there. And they have their wallets ready to rock and roll. You make a $2 million investment in a YC company. What's another $3,000 for a new 8 Sleep? It's like, oh, I spent already $2 million today. What's another 3,000?
What's another
What's
few
a-
K, you know,
Yeah.
to
At this
better your
point.
sleep with at this
Come on.
point.
Yeah.
Interesting consumer tech development here. Apple reportedly planning camera-equipped AirPods for 2027. I don't know what that means. What does that mean?
Yeah.
Camera-equipped AirPods?
So the camera is actually going to be on the outsides, right on the nubs, so that they're facing out for spatial reasoning. So that the camera, the AirPods can now understand the world around you. So they can be like, yeah, XYZ is actually just over to the right to that coffee shop. It's right over there. Turn right. So now you have kind of like an extra set of eyes all around you, left, right, and front and back. So it's using this spatial reasoning and to figure out kind of next steps and talking directly with your AirPods.
It kind of strikes me as why not just make glasses? You know, why not just make glasses?
It's true. I mean, it's true. I think the AirPods are incredible. I'm a huge fan of them, as you can see. I will be buying these no matter what they debut, what the pushback is going to be. I am a huge AirPods guy. I have been an AirPods stan, as the kids say, for quite some time, and they are revolutionary.
Well, interesting. I think Apple should just make glasses. That's what I'm saying. I think glasses are the future. I do. I do. And learn of Evan, who took a great leap forward. Learn of Snap. And I think you want to put cameras on people's heads. Just go ahead and make some glasses. Moving forward here, ladies and gentlemen, after the lightning round, let us do a little watch and react. We need to dive into some more of Shopify's Day of Days here with Spring 26 editions. Before we get there, ladies and gentlemen, let us talk about the one and only Northbeam. If you are in your ads manager all day long, you know the problem. Every platform takes credit. Every dashboard tells a different story. Meta says this, TikTok says that, Shopify says this, you spent that. And sometimes when you get those different stories, it's hard to know. What's the real truth here? Northbeam fixes this with their own proprietary data, starting from the actual purchase, then rebuilding the customer journey from real orders, real clicks, real verified ad views, and they push that measurement back into the ad platforms so your optimization runs on what's actually driving your revenue, not what the ad platforms assume is driving your revenue. Start measuring what was previously unmeasurable. Go to northbeam.io. Book your demo today. We've got a Northbeam weather report coming up this week. Many thanks for Northbeam being part of this show. Now, some agentic insights for AI selling. I want to watch and react to this. Shopify, in addition to this gorgeous page that they have released on the 150 plus updates they are bringing out for the spring edition, they have a bunch of videos that I think we need to dive into, watch, spin around, and talk about the implications of, first being actionable insights for agentic selling. Producer Jack, play this for sound on. We'll talk about it hereafter.
With agentic storefronts, your products show up in AI channels like ChatGPT and Microsoft Copilot automatically. Buyers discover and purchase your products right in the conversation, and orders flow straight into your admin. The new Agentic Overview tracks everything in one place: sales sessions, orders, and conversion across every major AI channel. Just click into full reports when you want to go deeper. The Shopify catalog takes your product context, cleans it, and translates the data so agents can read it, keeping pricing and inventory in sync. Traffic from catalog-powered AI searches converts 2 times more. That's the difference between accurate, structured data from your store and what gets scraped off the internet. You can also see what buyers are actually searching for in AI chats. Type a query and get the exact same search that AI agents use to find products. See if your products rank, whether they lead to sales, and exactly what to fix when they don't. Every product gets listing insights. The ones you can fix are flagged. Sidekick tells you what to change. See which fields are enriched on your behalf and provide feedback. Preview how your products appear in AI channels.
Yes.
One click opens a pre-filled search so you can see exactly what buyers see. You decide which AI channels can find your products through catalog.
All of
Shopify
them.
can manage it for you, distributing your products to new and existing channels automatically. Turn it off and get per channel controls for catalog access and direct checkout. Show up in the new places that people shop. Buyers discover your products in AI chats, and you manage it all from your admin. That's agentic storefronts.
Unbelievable.
This is exactly what all of us need. It's exactly what all of us need. I need one place where I can manage all of this. Let me do a couple of clicks. Let me say yes. Take that over to chat. Take it everywhere. And then I want in this same place where I'm already signed in every day. Let me see what's going on. How many people are coming? What are they asking about? How are my products showing up? Okay, and they show me. Okay, now let's edit this a little bit. Let's give you a little more context on this one. This is exactly what we all need.
Yeah, I mean, this I believe is the true future of e-commerce. I think this is going to be the most important feature release of the coming years. That is silently kind of in the rest of the Shopify updates today. But I really think this is going to be the most important, most updated kind of release feature for the foreseeable future, because these large language models, the search results are only going to get bigger. More people are going to use them. It is going to become the largest channel by far. And to make sure that you have a hold and a grasp on it, to make sure that you are actually surfacing inside of ChatGPT, inside of Copilot and Google and all of these things, that is the future. That is the edge for how you become the brand in 2030, not just in 2026.
I think, of course, of note here that we talked about earlier, data syndicated by Shopify drives 2x more conversion in AI chats. They're seeing like the conversion is dramatically up for people who are on this already. It's significant. It's where everybody needs to be playing.
I mean, Chris, it makes a ton of sense. Think about what we just did earlier this week, where I was like, we need this piece of equipment. Let me talk to chat. Okay, cool. Can you give me 3 things? Great. Here's 3 things. Cool.
Bought it.
This one gets to me. I'm going to purchase it right now. And that is the future, where you have people that are at such low funnel where it's like, this is my immediate situation. Here's all of my context. Here's my immediate problem. Give me the product. Give me the best product. I will buy it. I will purchase it. Just solve my situation. Solve my problem. Now we're entering that level.
This trend, flattening of the funnel, I think is going to be dramatic. It's exactly what I want. I don't want to have to like make the best content, like target the best people, like use all of the ad platforms to make them aware of me and then entice them and then finally get them to my website. Oh, they didn't go there. Now I pay a little more to get you back when you're shopping for whatever, category on Google search. And my paid campaigns there. What I want is, let's skip all that. Maybe there's some people who want exactly what I have right now if I just show up in the appropriate places on Google Gemini and Microsoft Copilot, ChatGPT, and all the places. I just show up there. Oh, look at this fancy, nice catalog, huh?
Yeah.
It's introduced to me in such a winsome way. Oh, let me direct checkout right here and now. Yeah, that's what I want. I want the great flattening of the funnel. And that's what Shopify is enabling here for us on all of the various LLMs. It's exciting, man. And
the flattening is great framing.
The great flattening, the flattening of the funnel, the great flattening that is taking place. What's also interesting is that Shopify has an agentic plan here. So businesses that are not on Shopify can use Shopify to do this. Businesses not on Shopify can sync their products to Shopify catalog and sell across AI channels and in the Shop app. Crazy.
It's
kinda
wild.
crazy.
They're taking over. They're taking over the internet.
Taking over. I think powering 14% of e-commerce, I believe, inside the United States right now. It may be larger,
Wow.
But yeah, it's taking over. Taking over.
Taking over.
I don't know where anyone else would be. Next, watch and react. Let's talk about building with the catalog API and UCP. Before we get there, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about Proxima AI. Your buyer data already knows what ad you need to make next. You just can't read it yet. That is the problem. Most brands and marketers brief from instinct. Let's change this best-selling ad a little bit, pass it off to the creative team. Problem isn't effort. It's that you're not getting signal from your actual buyer. Proxima changes this. Reach your conversions across real shoppers, across 2,000 plus e-commerce brands. It shows you exactly who's buying, what they're responding to, and where your account has gaps. You just connect your Meta, connect your Shopify. Proxima maps every conversion back to their commerce graph, what they buy across the web, what they respond to, who you're not reaching. And all of a sudden, all your gaps become visible. And you're not starting briefing from a blank page. You get a feed of creative briefs, first 3 briefs free every single month. Stop the slop. Go to proxima.ai. Get going with them today. Every brief grounded in the commerce graph. Use the data that your competitors don't have. Tell them Colin and I sent you. Many thanks for Proxima being part of this show. Now, one more watch and react. Before our next guest comes to us, let's watch Building with Catalog, API, and UCP. Play it for us. Sound on, producer Jack. Oh, I think we had the wrong video there. That's okay.
We're just hanging out, you and me.
It's okay. It's
Here we
okay.
go.
Yeah, here we go. Thank you, producer Jack.
AI collapsed the cost of building software. Now anyone with an idea can build an app or agent for their exact community. Like for those planning a trip, reading a horoscope, or picking out a board game. And every one of these destinations can now be a place to shop. The Shopify catalog and Universal Commerce Protocol are what make that real. It's the open standard for agentic commerce, from discovery to cart and checkout, giving anyone building apps or agents one shared language to understand commerce. Here's what's new. For product discovery, building with the Shopify catalog gives you access to billions of products from millions of brands. If you want your buyers to be able to search by product image, the new image search endpoint enables any agent to surface visually similar products from the catalog API. And with the lookup endpoint, your agent can send any Shopify storefront URL, from forums, review sites, or even YouTube videos, and automatically return current pricing, availability, and checkout options for the products found. The Catalog API can also return richer product data like multiple sellers and delivery estimates right in the chat flow. Add shop sign-in to experiences built with Catalog API so shoppers can connect their shop account. Personalized search results coming soon. And also coming soon, you'll be able to earn commission on sales made from your agentic experiences.
So sick.
UCP is built for more than just discovery. It handles everything from multi-item carts, adding bundles, and applying discounts. It's all modeled right in the protocol. Generate a URL pre-filled with what the agent already knows when the buyer's ready to check out. Present Shopify's checkout for a streamlined experience, or let the buyer's personal agent handle checkout automatically on their behalf. The buyer confirms, the order is created, and flows into the merchant's admin. However you build, UCP meets you where you are. Install the UCP skill, and your agent gets shopping superpowers. It turns natural language into the right UCP commands to navigate a full shopping journey. Building a custom integration? You can use the CLI to describe the exact commands it uses to query catalog, cart, and checkout MCP servers. UCP is a standard, so what you build today works across any ecosystem that adopts it, and all Shopify merchants are UCP enabled by default. Add shopping to any app you can imagine with UCP and the Shopify catalog.
Wow.
The like use case here that they teased on this, proposed on this. Somebody's building like a horoscope app
horoscope app, and somehow they work in like product placement. They're like, oh yeah, like based on you're a Pisces, and like here's what's going on inside your week, and based on that, you may need some of these supplements, and then surfacing those supplements, and then somebody can buy right there and then developer. They don't even have to be selling like their own wares. Developer selling somebody else's supplements based on the content that was happening inside of their app. They can then do that, check out right then and there, and then said developer gets a commish. That's crazy.
Pretty wild. That's pretty wild. I mean, you're making it so that, everybody can eat at that point, which is pretty phenomenal.
We have the one and only Sachin Malhotra coming to us right now. He's director of product for merchant marketing at Shopify. And methinks he comes to us with some lore inside of the advertising and marketing space. I believe at one time he was partner director of product at Microsoft Advertising. Okay, like he's been in this for many years. Okay, at this point now, heading up product for merchant marketing at Shopify. We must welcome him inside of the show, the one and only Sachin Malhotra. Get in here, Sachin. Get inside of this show.
Let's go. Hi, guys.
Let's go. Sachin. Welcome to the show, brother. We appreciate you making the time to join us.
Thank you for having me. So excited to be here and talking to you both.
Let's go.
Can you hear me?
Oh, Chris bugged out for a second. I'm right here. Chris, you're back?
I am here.
Let's go.
Did
You're
I
back.
bug out?
Just for a half sec. You're all good.
I bugged
You
out.
froze
Sachin,
on us.
Sachin, we appreciate you making the time to join us, man. I'd love to start out here talking about campaign autopilot and some of the latest shop campaign updates. Can you just talk about problems you're trying to solve there? I mean, this almost seems like magical. It's like I'm just go solve this for me, spend that much, and go make it happen. I think this is everybody's dream. But tell me about the problems you're trying to solve here.
Right. So let's start with the problem that is really that we are identified, and I think it should resonate with the two of you. Is that for entrepreneurs, when they're starting off, they have to go through a lot of things. They're setting up, they're identifying products, setting up service levels, shipping products, manufacturing, etc. Marketing is also one of the things that they need to be acting on, and it's hard.
It's hard.
It sounds easy, you've got a great product, it should just fly off the shelves, but it does not, right? So you got to put in some effort. And for somebody that is just starting off, their options are sort of limited. They don't have the deep pockets to go and hire an agency. So the other option that they have is to learn digital marketing. And if you have to do digital marketing, like it or not, all platforms don't work the same way.
No.
Meta doesn't work the same way as Microsoft Ads, doesn't work the same way as Snap, as Pinterest, or others. They're all different. So what do you do then? So that is the problem that we were trying to solve for our entrepreneurs, because they were finding it very hard to get their goods, their services in front of the users, right? To make their presence felt. And so we came up with a third option. Like, why not come up with an agency which is built in to the Shopify platform that marketers, entrepreneurs can use when they want to use it.
Yeah.
It's available for them, and it's free. It's, if they don't want it, they can get out of it. But when they want it, it's there for them. It's inbuilt into the Shopify platform, and it's ready to go. So that was what we were really after with the campaign autopilot.
That's building in your own agency for free 99. That's great.
Pretty unbelievable. Could you kind of dive into what autopilot does for that merchant day to day?
Yeah. So in concept, and I'm going to make it sound like it's very easy and simple. But what we do is we leverage all the store data that the merchants have. So the merchants have come in, they've set up their products, their catalogs, then they've set up their shipping policy, their privacy policies, all of those things. I'm using those as examples, their prices, etc. And then we port that over to our platforms. So if you already have a Meta account, then you give us the linkage. So we link up the Shopify account with the Meta account. If you do not have a Meta account, then what do? We help you set up the account. Right. So we will again go through the motions of helping you set it up. We can do a lot of things on behalf of the merchant. There are some things that we will expect the merchant to still play a part. So the things that, like, advertiser verification. So if they have to provide their own ID. I think that we will expect the merchant to do. Right?
Yes, yeah.
Putting up the payment instrument. I'm not providing credit cards yet, so you got to go and put in your credit card so that you have a payment instrument over there. But this way we set up the account. Then the next thing that we do is we have predefined that there are some campaign types on these platforms that will work good enough. They are well enough because they're using the latest AI. Like for Meta, it is Advantage Plus. So it is got the right balance of controls and the freedom. It gives enough freedom to Meta to operate, right? To get you the best conversions. So we set that up, right? On behalf of the merchant. We set it up with a purchase goal because all our advertisers are looking for performance.
Yeah.
They are not looking for brand awareness.
No.
That is not what they're looking for. They're looking for, I want those carts. Not just add to cart. I want money in my pocket.
I want money in my pocket. That's right. That's what I want.
Exactly.
There we go.
So we set that up, and then you're set to go, right? And then we continue over a period of time. We will see, if the campaign is not performing, and when we have other channels, we will reallocate the budget. So what we are getting the merchants to not spend time on is reviewing on multiple platforms. Going into each of the platforms and saying which platform is working, which platform is not working. How do you do the budget allocation? How much should you allocate to one versus the other? We do all of that on behalf of the merchants. That is what we are all about.
Okay, Sachin, hearing you talk about this, I want this to work. I want this to work so bad. I want this to work so bad because there are so many people. Actually, just one of my friends in December, incredible product, launched brought that, got on Shopify, launched it. We had a launch party, all the things, like her friends are buying all the apparel. Everybody loves it. But, had some problem with Meta campaigns, things were, this is exactly what she would want. It's exactly what she would want. I can't afford to pay some big agency this, is there something that kind of just help me get off the ground here? But just give me some more details, like how in building this, how does Shopify decide like when to optimize a campaign, scale a campaign, pull back, maybe, hey, we're not, it's not getting a high enough performance. We don't have dollars going in the account on this one. Let's pull it back. Like, how do you decide this?
Yeah. So great question. Again, where we start off is the first part is getting the merchants through what these platforms called, again, using digital marketing lingo, learning period, right? So you got to first get the merchants to set up the account, the campaign well. Second part is you got to give enough data to these platforms to learn about your store, learn how users interact with your store. And that is what these platforms refer to as learning period within quotes. And so allowing and enabling the merchants to go through that learning period without over indexing on the dial, because we all want to control the dial, we all want to tweak it, and this is like we do that on your behalf, so you don't have to worry about it. We are managing it. We are getting the merchants through the learning period, because once you're through the learning period, now the platforms know more about the store. Now we can go into optimization. So one of the things that we are not wanting to do is to over optimize when the platforms are going through the learning period.
Okay.
That is the important part, because most merchants miss that part. They go straight into optimization before the platforms know anything about your store. And so you are over optimizing on something that is not ready for optimization. So that is going to be fundamental for us to help the merchants through that period, get enough store data on multiple platforms, and then saying you should move money from one to the other. Now, what do we use for optimization? The merchant's intent is checkouts, purchases. So that is the key thing, that is the key metric that we are focused on, is that are we able to provide the growth to the merchant in terms of orders, more orders, i.e. GMV, within the bounds that the merchant have told us, like how much they can afford, from terms of CPA or TROAS. Now, what we also want to be at the same time telling the merchant if their targets are unrealistic.
Oh.
Right? So if you set up, a goal of that you want to get something going for $10, whereas the platforms expect $30, you can wait for a while and nothing will happen. Right? And so the goal of Autopilot is to inform the merchants, because we can't make decisions on behalf of the merchants, right? We can just inform the merchants like this will not cut it, right? Or we find them an alternative channel where it might be cheaper. So with the advantage that we have with Campaign Autopilot is once we have more and more partners on it, a channel might be too expensive for you. This might be another channel, right? So there is this concept of exploit and explore that we're going to be very pushy on, right? So exploit where you're already getting the traffic, where we already know your users, and see whether you can optimize, and explore as you also want to expand your user base, because we want more people knowing about your products on platforms that you may not have considered in the past, right? Because the setup and account, all of that might have taken time.
Sachin, this feels like a kind of a AI empowered ad concierge of sorts.
I was trying to avoid using the AI word because it's sometimes.
Okay, I'm sorry. All right, I'm sorry.
But yes, it is.
It feels concierge-ish.
Yes.
When you get you through the learning phase here, the ad platforms need to learn about you. It's going to cost a few dollars. Hey, learning is up. We got some good data now. These targets not good here, and a little more there. Maybe actually you're seeing some good results over here. I should move that budget here. I mean, that's exactly what I'm picking up.
Yes, that is correct.
Very interesting.
Could you talk to us a little bit more about this? Because you touched on it briefly, just the amount of data that you guys have, and just what signals can Shopify use that, the typical, ad platforms or third-party tools might not have?
Yeah, so it's a balance. We have to account for the privacy policies, of course. So within the, that is a given. So I'll put, just want to make sure that is rock solid, so that all our merchants understand that there is no way that we're using their private data without they knowing how we're using it, etc. Now, having said that, we do have information about cohorts, right? So if you're a new merchant, we don't, you might not have enough data about, you don't know what your target CPA is. But I can give you some assessment of people that are similar. What is the kind of a range that they have looked at for the target CPA, right? We can use that data. That is very powerful data, right? Then there is store data. There's other data that we have, which is what is the private value that they can afford for marketing, right? So if they're selling it for $20 and they've said that the cost is $5, we know that they have a margin of 15. Now they might want to pay only $2 for it, but we can inform the merchant that maybe there's some more room. Maybe there is inventory that is lying around that you can get rid of if you are a little bit more flexible with the margin or the cost that you want to put up for marketing. So that is the kind of information. I'm giving you a couple of examples of
Yeah.
data that we have, which third-party channel partners, will not have that.
Incredible.
Very interesting. Sachin, this we talk often, Colin and I, we talk often of this concept of one-man brand. And this feels very empowering to me for the one-man brand. Tell me this, Sachin. Most founders, people that are getting going, starting advertising, usually everyone knows I need to spend more. I need to spend more. I know I got to spend more, but really, usually what people are trying to cut at is I want to spend efficiently. I want to make sure I'm making money, and I'm happy to spend more as long as I can spend efficiently. Talk to me about how Shopify is helping store owners spend efficiently. You have some context on that?
So efficiently, is the optimization phase. So as we get into optimization, that is one of the things that we will be helping merchants through is that can you buy the same thing, which is what I called, I tagged it as exploit, right? So that's where you will start to get into that exploitation mode, like how do I make it more efficient, right? What I firmly believe that happens is more often people jump into the optimization phase too early, right? And that sort of curtails what, knowing what is the opportunity available, right? Because if you don't know what the opportunity is available, then you don't know how you can optimize, because you could optimize in different ways. I could manufacture it for a cheaper amount, or I could buy it for something cheaper, but I don't know if I can sell as much quantity, right? So if you have to be testing on both the ends, and if we just go too much on the part of just optimizing means reducing the cost, you sometimes lose out. So what we are going to try to do is to do both, how to make it more efficient for you at the right time, but at the same time, help the merchants understand where else they could sell, how much they could sell, right? Test those boundaries and then come back to optimization. So we always come back to optimization, but you got to be testing both ends of the spectrum.
Interesting.
Sachin, imagine I'm a fast-growing brand. When should I start thinking about, campaign autopilot or shop campaigns? When should that go into my growth mix?
We have set up campaign autopilot for everybody, right? Everybody can use it, whether you are a merchant that is just starting off or, hundreds of millions of dollars of revenue that you bring in. What I would suggest is that if you're just starting off today, maybe there are elements of campaign autopilot that you can use today, right? You can use messaging, because those are other aspects of it that we have not talked about so far, because there's messaging that you should use day zero, because that is something that even with no orders, with not enough session data, it's something that you should use. You can use shop campaigns, right? Because you can use that with the power of Shopify to sell your goods and services. As you get to about a few orders, when you're starting to click 10 or 15 orders, now it might be a good time to also incorporate, get into campaign autopilot. Third-party channel leverage of third-party channels through campaign autopilot. But you can use campaign autopilot, from day zero, is what I'm saying. But there might be parts of it that you will start to use differently as you scale up.
Interesting. Wow. Sachin, I'd love to know if there's, anything else in your back pocket there on Shopify, marketing, products for merchants, anything over the next year with, as AI becomes more central to commerce, anything else you're cooking on back there? I find this fascinating. I find it fascinating, and I know that our community is going to be talking about this a lot because of how important media buying and ads and how important and central to e-commerce it is. Is anything else in your back pocket back there that you're cooking on?
Lots of it, but today we should just focus on the campaign autopilot for now.
Okay.
There's a lot of work over here. We're just getting started.
Let's go.
As you noticed, we have quite a few additional partners that have signed up. We're very excited about starting to getting them on board starting next month also. We have Microsoft joining us next month, and then shortly thereafter, we will work on our other partners, ChatGPT, as well as Snap. So we're pretty excited about this area, and we think this will make a pretty significant difference to our merchants.
It's bold, man. I really think this is bold.
I'm ready.
It's huge.
I'm ready to order just from my specs, my Shopify, my Snapchat specs, just ordering all my Shopify brands right in shot of my specs. You know what I mean?
Sachin, so Microsoft's coming on board, Snap, etc., and Campaign Autopilot's going to be able to go to all of those places.
Exactly. That's what we are working towards.
Wow. Incredible development here. There's going to be a lot of talk about this. There's going to be a lot of talk about this because of how crucial it is in e-commerce and D2C. Sachin, man, we appreciate you making the time to join us. Appreciate all that you and your team are doing on our behalf, enabling us to sell our widgets and wares all over the interwebs. Man, we're going to be watching this closely and look forward to seeing how it plays out and trying it ourselves. And we look forward to having you back. Thank you, man.
Thank you. Thank you both. Thank you.
AI concierge in your pocket.
It's very concierge-ish. He didn't want to say AI concierge, but very concierge-ish.
Oh yeah.
And so interesting that Shopify is getting into this. I will say, bold move. I think this is one of the things that everybody's going to be talking about as this comes out.
100%.
This is something that everybody's going to be interested in. See how it performs. Bold move for Shopify to say, "Hey, from day zero, you get into this, we're going to help you." Paid advertising. Automatic campaigns, we can help you. We can help you get there. This has been such a complex kind of netted thing for people to step into. Oh, how much does it work? And everybody's got different, where do you start? What kind of campaign do I start with? Everybody's got, different thoughts, etc. A lot of agency partners in our space, unless you're at a certain point of revenue per month, they honestly, they don't want to touch it because getting going and getting that initial momentum, it's tough. It's not easy.
The hardest part.
And Shopify is diving off into this thing saying, "Hey, we want you to be able to use this from day zero." That's big.
Huge. Yeah. It's sometimes, I would argue, that little piece is the hardest part for a brand.
Wow. Very significant. Very significant. I'd like to watch the video on, I think it was directly tied to this. Is that the case? We had agentic insights for AI selling. We had better context. Did we have a video on this? I felt like we had a video tied to automatic campaigns. Jack, you tell me if we do or if we don't. I know we have better context for your stores data. No, she says no. Man, that's something that I'm very interested in. Is it on the page, Producer Jack? Can we visit the page if it's there? You tell me if it's there or if it's not. But as we continue to talk and move forward here, have we talked about Rocked After Sell, Producer Jack, yet? We have not. Not yet. It is time. It is time. Ladies and gentlemen, let us talk about Rocked After Sell. Most D2C brands are obsessed with getting their next net new customer, and they should be. They should be. But the real lever is making more profit from the orders that you're already getting. Is it not? Yes, it is. Let's say you're doing 5,000 orders per month. If you can sprinkle in an extra $3 to $4 on each one of those without touching your ads, wouldn't that be nice? Yes, it would. That's what brands like Olakai, Cozy Earth, Groove Life, they are already doing with Rocked After Sell, adding post-purchase upsells and downsells from the cart through the thank you page, and even stacking extra 30 to 50 cents just by showing offers from Disney Plus and Venmo and HelloFresh, etc. It's
High margin revenue straight to your bottom line. No hit to conversion, no impact on your LTV, and you could be live within minutes. Go to aftersell.com/offers. Monetize more, which you've already built. Many thanks for Rocked Aftersell being part of this show. Now, continuing to move forward, I know that we do have another watch and react video from Shopify here on better context for your store's data. Yes, our last watch and react. Let us bring this up, producer Jack, and get into this. Sound on, play this for us. More to discuss.
Shopify Analytics surfaces the story of your store's data, and it starts the moment you open your dashboard. Insights surface what's trending each day. No digging, no guessing. Revenue on jackets is up for the last 3 weeks, and annotations can help you understand why by marking the exact moment something happened. And insights get even sharper when analytics speaks your store's language. Now you can filter reports by the metafields already set up in your store.
Metafields.
Like product color and material. The plum windbreaker stands out, trending higher than everything else. So let's set a metric target for it.
Yes,
metric targets let you define what you're working toward. Now, each day, you can see exactly where you stand. And right now, you're 75% of the way there. But knowing the story is only half of it. Now, Flow can pull from your analytics data so you can set up an automation to take action. The moment the plum windbreaker hits 90% of its target, your team gets an automatic alert to move fast before the moment passes. Better data, more context, and the tools to act fast.
I like this. I like this. Give me your thoughts on this, Colin Doherty.
I like the fact that it all integrates inside of the flows, and then you can actually push these notifications and insights into your Slack directly so that the team actually knows what to do and can actually do action from it. You know, data is useless without action to act upon said data. And so to surface all of this directly to the team, crucial. I love that.
You know, what I find interesting is the metric reports, being able to specify like, hey, I want to set some targets here for my, cowboy hats that I'm selling. And not that that exists, ladies and gentlemen, but if I were, I want to set some targets here. We need to move this much in this amount of time. Hit me with a message utilizing this meta field. Hit me with a message inside my Slack to notify my team when we have 15% left. We're 85% of the way there. That way we can run a special sale because I'm trying to get rid of these things as fast as possible. I want to mash the gas. I want to run a sale and get them out of here. That way we can do a almost out of stock campaign, etc. I find this interesting, and it's interesting that they're enabling this inside of Shopify, and I think it really connects to the point that Chris Geis, CEO of Seguno, is always talking about. Of course, Seguno has built entirely inside of Shopify, and they're trying to keep your data there. Your data should live in the AI age. Your data should live inside of Shopify. He's always saying this because the more data that it has, the more enabled Sidekick can become to give you customized segmentation, be able to read specific things. And it looks like Shopify is absolutely building toward this and becoming a more useful, even more useful hub for DTC brands and teams selling their wares online.
Absolutely incredible. It's so exciting to watch them build this and build this out for the future. And exactly what you just said, make sure that all of your data inside of Shopify is correct. Make sure it's very enriched so that Shopify has the best physical data to pull from to guide you forward so that you can grow with them.
Fascinating. Moving forward, ladies and gentlemen, to our best of the rest. Before we get there, let us talk about the one and only Seguno. Have we talked about Seguno yet, producer Jack?
No.
We have not. I think it is time. It's time. It is time. Seguno is the only marketing suite that lives entirely inside of Shopify, ladies and gentlemen. What's that mean, Chris? It means that your emails, your pop-ups, your banners, your reviews, they're all there. where you already work and play every single day. And it means you don't have to cede your trust to big emails over attributed data with Seguno. Your Shopify data is your email data. And that's why it's email 3.0. It's a big reason why they won the 2024 Shopify Build App of the Year. One-click automations, actual humans that can help you. Go and get the advanced Shopify segmentation playbook at the URL scrolling across the screen. Do you test drive the platform for free? Tell them Colin I sent you. They'll extend that free trial to 30 days. Seguno is built for lean teams with big aspirations. Many thanks for Seguno being part of this show. Best of the rest. We have noted on this, and I think a beautiful ad creative that was brought our way, or perhaps this was just meant for organic social. AG1 Pro with 5 grams of creatine. 5 grams, is that correct? 5 grams. 5 G's of creatine monohydrate. They are back. Producer Jack, I'd love to see this thing. Does it have any volume? Because it's a beautiful video. Oh, listen to that. Beautiful.
Vibes. Oh, it's beautifully done. Beautifully done.
Incredible to use the social proof of, hey, here's all of the people that have asked for creatine. And then you do hundreds of those. And it's like, hey, so many people want this and have been asking us and have been knocking down our door and saying, can you ship this? And then following that up with saying, we listen to you guys. We understand our customer. Yeah. We're listening and building for our customer. Here you go. Bam, 5 grams of creatine. Now, there you go.
I will say, too, the sound effects there, they made the sound effects in the visuals.
Makes you feel good.
Made it look good. Made it look so delicious. Now, I have not tried this version of AG1. I will say it tastes, it's not necessarily my cup of tea. I do think they should make some gummies like our friends over at Green. I think they should make some gummies too.
I totally agree.
But good on them. And we heard it was coming forth. It is here, and a beautifully done piece of creative to go with it. Dez Bryant, famed Cowboys wide receiver, an incredible football player. Actually, and AI builder.
And Ravens wide receiver.
No, bro.
Yes.
Dez is Dallas Cowboys all day long, bro.
No, he was a Ravens wide receiver for a year.
Yeah, he may have been, but
he was.
He belongs to the Cowboys. Okay. Belongs to the Cowboys. From Lufkin, Texas. Go Lufkin Panthers. Okay.
Yeah.
Scratch 'em Panthers. Played his college ball at Oklahoma State. And made his career. I don't know if he'll be a Hall of Famer, but he could be a candidate for one. Yeah, I do have to say, against the Packers, against Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay, Wisconsin, Dez did catch it. Dallas should have gone and won the Super Bowl that year. Dez caught it. That's totally settled. What is not settled and what people don't know is that Dez Bryant is an AI builder. Bring this back, Producer Jack. Tweet here from Dez, either yesterday. Yeah, yesterday.
Yeah.
He says, I love building with AI because I don't have to wait for someone to build what I want. I lost so much money trying to get others to understand the vision. AI in many ways is the best thing to ever happen to humanity. Such a huge advancement. If Dez Bryant is building, I think it's time for the rest of us to build too.
Dude, this reminds me of when Meek Mill is tweeting about like starting an AI company and he's like, I want to get funding for it. And you're like, wait, why are you entering into my niche? Like, what is going on here? Why are you randomly just like sprinkling into my niche? This is so funny to me. I love the fact that Dez Bryant is now building with AI. I'd be so curious what he's building. I want to see it. I'd love to have him on the show and talk about what he's building with AI. Forever a Raven. Let's go.
No.
Yeah, dude. He was for a year.
You can play somewhere. You can play somewhere and not be your team identity. You know what I'm saying?
You know what's crazy? Ricky Williams also a Raven for a year. So Ricky Williams, Ravens player as well.
Now, Ricky, in my mind,
forever solidified as a
Dolphins.
Miami Dolphin. Yeah.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Not where he was drafted. He was drafted to the Saints, but forever solidified in my mind as a Miami Dolphin. Did you not know that? New Orleans Saints,
I didn't
man.
know that. No, you threw that on me. I didn't know
Mike Ditka gave away the entire draft to move up and draft Ricky. He literally traded every single pick he had for the entire year to move up so that he could draft Ricky Williams. Mike
Was it
Ditka
Herschel Walker?
No. This is Ricky, bro. No,
It was?
Yes. Yeah.
I know about the whole moving the whole draft.
Yeah. So Herschel, kind of a similar story. He was already playing. He was at Dallas. Minnesota gave up the sold the farm in order to get Herschel because they thought they only needed Herschel to win the Super Bowl. That's where the Dallas Cowboys became a dynasty, was through that trade by getting rid of Herschel. Yeah. But Mike Ditka, coach of the Saints at the time.
That's bananas. He traded the entire 1999 draft class for Ricky Williams.
The entire class.
Do you think that's ever going to happen again?
Gosh, I hope not, because it put a lot of pressure on Ricky. Put a lot of pressure on Ricky.
Can you imagine? I feel like the Browns would pull that. They'd be like, "Yep, we got our guy. Let's do it."
And the fact is that whenever he got to Miami, pressure's off. That's when, baby, he's thriving in the Wildcat. He's a
beast.
Thing and free, and he's then he's he's a stud, as he always is. But if Dez can build, you can build too, dear friend. Get on Claude, get on Codex.
Yeah.
It happened. Last of our best of the rest story from Braden Flack here. TikTok live seller, Whatnot live seller. We have had him on the show before. He says this post is going to make you more money if you just pay attention to the opportunities around you. Last week, I bought this Asian Rice Krispie treat at full price. This week, blowing them out at $4.97. I bought 50 almond cookies, freaking delicious. Blowing them out at $3.97. I just sold a bag for $15 last week. I bought 60 of them. You don't even need to buy liquidation to get started. Buy a deal at your local Costco. I heartily believe what he's saying. Let's play this video, Producer Jack. Listen.
I have a little hot tip here. Your Costco blows stuff out cheap sometimes. Very cheap. I've been slinging these Asian snacks, these little Rice Krispie treats here. Sorry, UPS almost took me out. These ones right here, I've been slinging them like crazy. People love them. I love them. And these almond snap sticks. Oh my goodness, they're so delicious. Costco selling them for $3.97 a pack. $3.97. Are you kidding me? The other day I flipped one, $15 for one. It's almost too easy, guys. Come on. What are we doing here? Costco, great place to source stuff. All right, that's my hot tip. There you go.
We appreciate that hot tip, Braden.
Gotta love Costco.
You gotta love Costco.
Good. It's so good. It's hard not to drop an absolute bag at Costco, though. But
every time,
as one of my dear friends has said before, nothing like going to Costco and getting your life entirely back on track. You know what I mean? You come back from Costco and you're like, I'm loaded up. I'm ready to rock. I got everything stocked and ready to go for the week. Let's do this thing.
Yeah, absolutely. And what I will say, I continue to denote this. If there is a marketer out there, you want to do your own thing, and you're somewhere stuck in the middle of the org, you're making lots of other people money. You want to do your own thing. Great way to get started and not have to drop 20K on starting a brand. Just go start reselling. Go start reselling Costco stuff, man. It's totally possible. It's totally possible. I myself, I want to do it. I want to do it. But, we got a show every day. It takes a lot to do this show every day, which I love. And we are here for you, dear founder and marketer and agency operator and software builder and capital allocator. We love doing this. But I want to do this. I want to just go buy something from Costco and start live selling it. Yeah. There's no shame in the resale game. Actually, it may be the way that you unlock the American dream for yourself.
Yeah.
Okay? The American dream is alive and well on the wild web. And this is the new digital frontier. And so if you're ready to get your feet wet, you should start.
Yeah.
Last section of the day before our moment of zen, I'd like to do this, Producer Jack. We're going to talk postscript, and then we'll just have some reflections on Shopify spring editions, and then move forward to our moment of zen after that. Before we get there, ladies and gentlemen, let us talk about postscript. Focus is an amazing thing, is it not? When you focus, you get outsized results. And there's a reason why when people make the switch from whatever SMS partner they're using to postscript, they see on average a plus 22% increase in SMS revenue. Now, I didn't see that. I saw a whole lot more. We went from making very little money on SMS to being a top 1% account on their entire platform inside of a year. And the way that we did it is I just did what they said. And what they're saying is that you're leaving a lot of money on the table when your customers text you back. Go get the conversational report at directtoconsumer.co/the conversational report. You're going to get all the data on what happens when their AI shopper actually responds to your customers one-to-one, brand appropriate conversations, brand voice knowledge, etc. And I'll just say this, Nate Lagos came on this show. They turned on AI shopper, made an extra 17K day one while he was offline at the Jack Daniel's distillery. And their new capability with AI shopper, Ask Shopper, being able to query all that rich, juicy customer data, it's the top place for you to go and learn about your customers. Go talk with Postscript. Tell them Colin I sent you. Many thanks for that goated team at Postscript being part of this show. Now, final thoughts here on this day of days, Shopify Editions, Spring 26. Producer Jack, I'd love you to bring the website back up. One thing that I will say that I think has not been talked about a ton, but is going to be huge. We've touched on it a little bit. Of course, we have Sachin on here. The campaign autopilot. Scroll down, Producer Jack. Find campaign autopilot. This is going to be giant. There's going to be a lot of conversation around this inside of our community, especially for the day ones, the day zeros who are getting their Shopify store off of the ground. It's going to be huge. I think this campaign autopilot is going to be a big, big part of whatever e-commerce continues to look like here, spring 2026 and beyond. I find this piece fascinating. I think there's going to be a lot more talk about it, especially as people are spinning up new stores and getting them live. I also think something that we didn't talk about a ton that I'd like to hear more about is getting apps involved with Sidekick. I think Sidekick is going to be an increasingly larger part of everything Shopify is doing and what brands are doing inside of their stores. It just looks like they're bringing so much value inside of that dashboard that we're going to be able to do things, leverage Sidekick with more data, personalized analytics, etc. I think brands and store owners are going to be doing more with Sidekick that I want more information on in the future. And I think take Chris Geiss's, point of view, like apps should be doing more to integrate with Sidekick, because this is going to be a larger hub of what Shopify brands are doing today. Thoughts from you, takeaways, Colin Doherty?
I will say I think my most excited piece about this is the agentic commerce piece, the fact that Shopify is building so aggressively towards the future of AI with the cutting edge on who is building inside of AI. They are right there hand in hand partnering with these companies, building out with them. I don't think you find anybody else in the space that's doing that. That's what makes me so excited. And I think they are going to be there in 2030. They are going to be just absolutely crushing it with all of these AI companies, because I think that channel by that time will be maybe the top channel for a lot of companies. And I'm really excited for it, and it's fun to see them build it out.
It's the new frontier. It's the new frontier. And the great piece is that you can be discoverable in all those places for no ad dollar costs.
No dollar.
That's the great thing. That's
Crazy.
the great thing. So why not get there and go there and flip the switch, which is what we all want. Moving forward to our moment of zen. Ladies and gentlemen, let us talk about the one and only IntelliGems.
What is the next idea that you have that could change your business? Is it a price change, adding subscriptions, maybe a new bundle strategy, or an app? Discovering and testing those high growth opportunities is exactly why Intelligence exists. It's an AI powered testing platform that helps you find the changes worth making that are going to drive revenue to your bottom line. If you're looking for your next big idea, they have you covered. Go to intelligence.io/audit. In just a few minutes, you're going to have 3 ideas that you can test today. That AI powered audit is completely free. Go to intelligence.io/audit. Get working with them today. Many thanks for Intelligence being part of this show. Now, moment of Zen as we get out of here. Maybe we all need a new desk setup. Connor Rolane brought this to me.
Nice.
Don't at me. You got to go get one of these chairs if you're working a
Have you
desk
used one?
job. I've never used one.
I've used one before.
They look very intriguing.
Yeah.
I'm open. I'm open to trying. It looks to me like my back would hurt a little bit, but I don't know. Maybe the pressure's going on comfortably upon my knees or my shins. You ever sat in one of these before?
Yeah, I actually used to own one. They're fun for a little bit. Like it'll feel great because it's basically taking all of the pressure away and putting it exactly where you're saying. But I would say for long periods of time, it's pretty hard to maintain because of that lack of back. There is no back to it. But if you want to stay locked in and ready to rock and roll and on your toes, it is really comfy for kind of short bursts. So short bursts, you want to rock and roll. Yeah, it's fun.
Would you recommend it for the show, Colin?
No, definitely not.
No.
Definitely not.
Okay. All right. Well, Connor definitely looks locked in, and we appreciate his being locked in for Hexclad and beyond. Final thoughts from you, Colin Doherty, before we get out of here.
Bullish on Shopify. There's never been a better time in the world to build on the internet.
Hashtag shop, baby. Many thanks for all of our guests joining us today. Monty Fazeli, VP of Product at Shopify. Kenny Cohen, Director of Product for Shop at Shopify. And Sachin Malhotra, Director of Product for Merchant Marketing at Shopify. Many thanks to Postscript, Rocked Aftersell, Axon by AppLovin, Proxima, Universal Ads, Rich Panel Intelligence, Northbeam, and Suguno for making this show possible. We've got 2 bangers left in this week. We will be back tomorrow. Thanks for joining us. We will see you on the other side.